Namaste, everyone. Welcome to the Cārvāka podcast. This is your host, Kushalmehra. So, all the five elections in the state assembly are done now. We have all the results in. We got the results of four states yesterday, namely Telangana, MP, Chhattisgarh, Rajasthan, and today we had the Mizoram results out too. And as always, everybody wants to do the stream in 24 hours or less than 24 hours of the discussion. But Adit and I, we do two podcasts together. One is a cricket podcast and one is an election podcast. We have a regular feature that we do on the Cārvāka podcast. And Adit and I have a very simple rule that you don't do it when it is running. You do it when a little bit of data is out, because otherwise you are just another run of the mill outrage ki dukan. When we don't do that, we don't outrage on the Cārvāka podcast. But today, just for the record, today we might, because, and I'll share my reasons, and I shared it privately with Adit. I usually have a code on the Cārvāka podcast, and I request my guests also to follow that code, that we don't outrage, because I try to keep it as serious as possible. I try to keep it as balanced as possible. But there are certain things that have happened yesterday across the political landscape. And when I say it's not just on Twitter or social media, it's on major news outlets,
Yeah.
big YouTube channels, and big leaders or influencers who are on social media. And the level of rotten commentary that has been done and the level of bigotry that has been displayed yesterday, that really pissed me off. So, just to give you guys a brief background of how we are going to structure it. So, the outrage is going to be for the latter half before somebody
Mm.
says. So, obviously, today, for transparency sakes, I never have a flow. And you can ask Adit, I never have a flow. Adit is right here, and I'll
नहीं मतलब
welcome him
neither
eventually.
neither do I. So मतलब मैं कौन होता हूँ जज करने वाला?
No, but यार
No, you're right.
क्या
No,
होता
no,
है.
absolutely, absolutely.
And you know it, man, we are friends now for a while. I've never told you what to say, क्या बोलना है क्या नहीं बोलना है.
हाँ.
We don't even discuss क्या बोलना है. We just say कि
Except
अच्छा ये चीजें कवर कर लेंगे बस. That's all we
we
talk
have an
about.
unwritten agreement that I always praise Kushal's greatness 5 minutes for 5 minutes every episode.
But today,
So,
just for the benefit of everyone who's going to be watching this, we'll
हाँ.
start obviously by covering the entire state results. We'll go through the graphs, the details, the vote shares, everything. We'll try to talk about vote banks in each state and stuff like that. We'll discuss one more important masaledar thing, which I wanted to share it live with Adit. So I wanted to see his reaction live. I
हाँ,
have gossip.
please.
I have gossip from the BJP and Adit. So, who's the CM candidate, especially in Rajasthan? Tons of gossip going around
Oh.
there. And then eventually we'll start looking and breaking down the
Hmm.
commentary across the landscape, how they have reacted, and we will discuss that. But I apologize for my long-winded introduction, so sorry, Adit, and please welcome and thanks for joining in as always.
No, no, absolutely. Great to be here. Pehle to for all the, thank you for everyone for logging in and writing to us. I mean, a lot of people have written, waiting for this and stuff. Great to know that. Before we start, we hear your moe moe and expand it to another level because my news laundering is, and we'll talk about that stream. I have a whole agar if one side wants to talk about mohabbat ki dukan, I also want to talk about outrage ki dukan. But that is the second. That is second. um Initial thoughts. What an unbelievable day of results. There are three things
Can
that
I put
happened
the
yesterday.
charts up? Can I put the charts up?
Ah,
And
okay.
we will do the one thing that nobody did. We will start with showing Mizoram results, because we care for the
Yes,
Northeast on the Cārvāka podcast. We will start
absolutely,
from the Northeast. Then we will go
absolutely,
into the Hindi heartland. So this is the
absolutely.
Mizoram front, and this photo is courtesy Network 18. Very nice creative by First Post. So good job,
Mhm.
guys, at the Network 18. I'm just sharing your tweet, but I like to give you credit so that the audio listeners know where it is coming from. So
Yes.
Adit, take it away from here.
So basically, this is the Mizoram was Mizoram was one poll that everyone got mostly right, because I think there was a consensus that the ZPM or the Zoram People's Movement was going to get form the government with 27 seats. Now, one thing is for sure, they are an NDA ally. I know they are shown separately. They have sort of differentiated with BJP on many issues like the CAA and so forth, but essentially it's there is a former IPS officer, Lal Dohoma. Uske under, it's essentially it's a 6 regional party alliance, chote alliance, who have all formed in the 2018 election. That was, I think, their first election where they got 8 seats, and they were going to become they were going to get there. So basically, it, earlier it was used to be a largest the largest component of that was Mizoram People's Alliance, and then after that they left in 2019, and then so ZPM became a party. Usme bhi there were factions, but basically ultimately what the ZPM now have right now, they are they are with the UPA alliance. But
Hmm.
the reason I say so technically this is a UPA win, but in Northeast it always happens that the whatever party is in power unofficially allies
Goes with
itself
the
with the
center.
national government. So that is why I prefaced saying ये लोग एनडीए के ally है, but on paper they are UPA allies. But then after the elections, you're going to find a lot of things changing. Or Northeast में तो एक दूसरा phenomenon है, and I'm not tarring the entire Northeast with one brush, but there are, so in Tripura it doesn't happen as much, but in Arunachal it has happened, in Mizoram it has happened, in some cases it's happened in Manipur and Meghalaya also, that entire parties with all their MLAs or 60% of their MLAs go over to one side, right? So that will happen, but I think they are here to stay. MNF. So last yesterday evening I watched Sam Bahadur, and it was a very interesting biopic on Sam Manekshaw, where he was one of the leaders who was targeting MNF when it was an insurgency group. The reason I bring that movie up is because we forget, in India 45 years ago MNF was an insurgency group. We not only negotiated a peace accord with them, Lal Thanwala, Lal Denga, I'm sorry, Lal Denga became essentially the chief minister of Mizoram after negotiating a peace accord, and now Mizo National Front, or the MNF, is there. But look at how close the margins are. It's less
Hmm.
2% election, and the seat count is almost 3-1. Right. So
Yeah.
Mizoram, there are a lot of minor seats, and as
मिजोरम में बाय द वे 0.4% नोटा था. Just sharing
huh,
for everyone,
0.4.
because everybody somehow is always interested in nota.
हाँ, नोटा कितना है. And Mizoram is also split basically on how it votes and so forth. So it is split by areas, wherever there are cities like Aizawl, which is in the north, the northeast part, or north central to northeast part of Mizoram, that will vote a certain way. So Mizoram's population, if you look at the whole population, it's about 1 million, right? And more than 30% live in the Aswal district, because the Aswal district and the Aswal city population is close to 400,000, the district, and 300,000 in the city. So आप समझ लो, so how much is the concentration there, right? And then the BJP and Congress essentially are now fringe players. Yes, the Congress gets 20.8% votes, but the Congress is if de facto number 2, number 3 in many seats like that. So that's how it gets the votes. So
Did
for
you
the
see one of the BJP celebrations in Mizoram? Can I
No,
just
I did not.
start by saying
Please
that
do.
and laugh my ass off? So
हाँ,
BJP is like, we doubled our share in Mizoram. हम एक सीट से दो सीट हो
2
गए.
सीट हो गए. द मतलब बेचारे तेलंगाना वालों ने क्या बुरा किया, तो वहां पे तो एक्चुअली वो लोग डबल हो गए.
अरे
बट
मगर इट्स अनबिलीवेबल. बीजेपी लाइक हम डबल हो गए.
हाँ, हम लोग डबल हो गए. और
5%
कांग्रेस,
वोट मिले बीजेपी को. 5.06.
हाँ, and Congress probably is pissed off. So I think there was a certain sort of setting with in Mizoram where they fought certain seats, and Mizo National Front looked the other way. So Mizo MNF is an NDA ally, but I'm not sure if they fought these seats, if they fought this in alliance, or if they fought basically separate. Zoram Thanga, who is the outgoing CM, was the part of the NDA. But I have no doubt in my mind that if ZPM wins one MP and they are in power, they'll basically be
but
supporting
यार
the national
इसमें तो
government.
कमेंट कर. INC
Hmm.
with 20.82% vote is one seat.
Hmm.
BJP
One
with
seat. I
5.06% vote is
yeah.
two seats, because they basically in one area and they captured the
Huh.
entire area.
This is
That's
like
all
what
they did.
Asaduddin Owaisi one does in Hyderabad, right? Asaduddin
Yeah.
Owaisi has 4 or 5% vote and he got 7 MLAs. BJP has 14 or 15% vote in Telangana and got about 9 MLAs. And you're like, hey, ye kaise hua? Because BJP's vote share is spread across things. Similarly, Congress's vote share is spread. But Congress, if they had done some smart sort of understanding with the local leaders or something, they could have gotten up to 3 or 4 seats. There are areas in eastern and western Mizoram where Congress has a little bit of a hold. But as you can see, this was a total split election where east and west were voting sort of on two different lines, and that's what this
Yes.
election seems to be on.
Okay, so can we go now to the next state? Because as we
Yes,
have said again,
absolutely.
once again, a reminder: in a 40-seat assembly, ZPM, which is the Zoram People's Movement, got 27 seats. MNF, the Mizo National Front, got 10 seats. BJP got 2 seats. INC got 1 seat. ZPM vote percentage was 37.86%. MNF was 35.10%. INC was 20.82%, and the BJP was 5.06%.
Correct.
Now we move on to the
And
next one.
one thing I'll say, Kushal, before we move on to the next state is Mizoram is not plagued by. I mean, of course, it was had with insurgencies and so forth, but since then it has been relatively calmer, right?
Peaceful.
It's not
Very
seen that, and Mizoram's HDI is very high.
Yes.
It's in the top 10 or top 12 of Indian states and stuff. So it's an agrarian economy and stuff, and it seems like when people want to talk about Mizoram, they don't talk about, I mean, I have not been to Mizoram, but I have done some research, I read about it, I talk to a lot of people who are there. And you do understand that one grouse that they have, which is very legitimate, is, say, there are shows that are being done about food of the region and elections on my plate and so forth, where anchors will go and talk. And I think it's a great concept. They'll go and talk about, this is the local cuisine. How many of them have done a show like that about Mizoram? Like, how
Mhm.
many of them have gone to Azol and talked to people and stuff like that, that what is the demographics of Mizoram, why
Doesn't
does it
get them
vote a
clicks, right?
certain. He doesn't
Doesn't
get
get
them.
them clicks.
So I do understand where a little bit of the
You
anger.
know, you know when the clicks come in the northeast, either the Indian state is killing them or the Christians are converting Hindus. Those are the only two times you get clicks from
Correct.
the northeast.
And there is one other stat I want to share.
Sure.
The percentage of
Put up
Hindu
the screen
population.
when it comes. I will share it for you.
Ha, no, no, this is a very simple stat. The percentage of Hindu population in Mizoram is about 2.7 or 3%, right? And BJP still
Mhm.
gets 5% vote share, sometimes more.
Oh my God! Blasphemy.
Yeah. So before people are like, "Arey, the Hindus of Mizoram must have voted." No, the Christians of Mizoram also vote for the BJP.
Yeah,
So,
and this is
anyways,
something that people are
that's
not able to digest.
exactly. So that's I just wanted to share that stat, and now we can move on to the next sort of thing.
Now we go to Telangana. So let me read the results first.
Hmm.
The final tally of Telangana in an assembly of 119 seats is the Congress has got 64 seats. The Bharat Rashtra Samiti, which was the Telangana Rashtra Samiti, for those who don't know, kuch din pehle it was the Telangana Rashtra Samiti, but now it has converted itself to the Bharat Rashtra Samiti because, as people know, the former Chief Minister of Telangana had national ambitions. They get 39 seats. The
Hmm.
Bharatiya Janata Party gets 8 seats. The All India Majlise Ittehadul Muslimin AIMIM gets 7 seats. The Communist Party of India gets 1 seat. I also want to share the vote percentages. So, CPI gets 0.34 vote, CPIM gets 0.22, CPI-MLL gets 0%, 0.00% vote. Nota is 0.73, BSP is 1.37%, BJP ka final vote percentage in Telangana is 13.9%, BHRS is 37.35%, AIMIM is 2.22%. Imagine just 2.22%, but they get so many seats. And AIFB is 0.62%, and INC got 39.40 percentage votes. And now I hand it over to Adit as always.
Yes. Uh, so, to classically talk about what we did 5 minutes ago, that AIMIM will get 2% of the vote and get about one
Can
seat,
we
just one
actually
seat less
focus
than.
on that? Holy
Yeah.
moly.
So I'll come to AIMIM in 1 second, but you have to see one thing. You see that small circle there? That is the Hyderabad region.
Yes.
You rarely see any blue except for that one at the edge of that region, right? Which is a semi Hyderabad constituency. But what makes Congress's win quite remarkable is it has no seat. Chalo, you can give them one. Hyderabad region is about 20 or 21 seats, and Congress won
Mhm.
a grand total of 0 seats from there. So आप 119 में से 20 निकाल दो, that's essentially 99. So they won their 64 seats out of those 90. So that's a 65% strike rate in which it was a player. That actually makes their win even more remarkable, right? But
Mhm.
uh, what is
I
interesting
think
is,
BRS 17 सीटें उधर से आई है ना हैदराबाद रीजन से.
but but what this the India Today, forget Network 18 statistic is not saying is the vote percentage of the Congress party, and therein lies the clear
39.40.
39.40, and BRS is less than 3% of the Congress party. If I look at BRS is 37.35, actually just 2%, right? So how is the seat difference almost double? Because
Mhm.
BJP is now your quote unquote emerge solid third player in Telangana. It is, you can
Can I
call it
use
a,
that word which I used on the phone with you? BJP is the
yes,
vote katwa
vote
of
katwa
Telangana.
party. Absolutely.
They are the vote katwa party of Telangana. Congress loves BJP in Telangana.
Yes. And I'm going to share this stat, and I'm going to send it in the chat to you, Kushal, so you can share. And this is why,
You
I
can
mean,
share the screen too, Adit. By the way, you can share the screen too. You have the
nee, I'm
option of
just,
sharing the screen.
but this guy wrote to both of us, and to credit to him, like this is
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. We
tribute
should
to you
always
all.
appreciate people who do good work.
Yeah,
I
and
know whom you're talking about. This is that a handle at Nandi Priya 12, right?
no,
And
no,
Shiva.
and Bengaluru Inava, he's the one who wrote, he or she, I don't know, they wrote to us basically, and they shared this wonderful thing. When BJP won 8 seats, it came second in 18 seats. They saved their deposit in 46 seats. मतलब उनको 10% से ज़्यादा vote मिले, and
Mhm.
in 58 seats. I'm sorry, they got 15%. That's when you save your deposit, if I'm
So
not
so
mistaken.
yeah, so this is the tweet you
That is
had
it.
sent. So
Yes.
seats sorted in the order of BJP vote share in Telangana.
Mm.
BJP won 8 seats. BJP came second in 18 seats. BJP saved deposit in 46 seats. BJP got about 10% votes in 58 seats. This is the best performance by BJP ever on its own in Telangana or combined Andhra Pradesh. BJP made inroads into several states, and these are the images that the handle at the rate Nandipriya 12 has shared. As you see, the different assemblies where they've come second, close third, or they won. Now, obviously, this is
And and there
yeah.
is
Go ahead.
another no, and there is another stat that BJP should take a lot of heart at. There are 9 seats: Charminar, Caravan, Amberpet, LV Nagar, Sikandrabad Cantonment, Sanat Nagar, Rajendra Nagar, Maheshwaram, and Kutbalpur. 9 seats in the greater Hyderabad area, where BJP came number two. So now, if the Congress is not a factor, as much of a factor in Hyderabad, BJP becomes a de facto party in Hyderabad. Right? I was shocked by looking at Amberpet, because Amberpet used to be Kishan Reddy's old seat, right? Which BJP actually had won even during Y Rajshekar Reddy's time. And this time, Mr. Kishan Reddy was last minute changed and made the campaign committee chief, which a lot of BJP cadre have told me that if Bandi Sanjay Kumar had not been replaced, if Bandi had not been replaced in the last sort of 3 months, the BJP could have actually gotten more votes. So, I, it's interesting. And then if you look at Gosha Mahal and Nirmal, Gosha Mahal obviously is T Raja Singh's seat. BJP has 50% plus in two seats, right? And then in the high 40s and stuff. So there are about four, and again the Nizamabad Urban, Armoor, those are five seats where BJP won, irrespective of any vote katwa, this, that. No, they're getting solid
Hmm.
seats. So this, from a party that got one seat in the 2018 elections, is a big jump. And if they rectify this, and again make Bandi is their campaign committee chief, and for 2019
Hmm.
Lok Sabha, I'm sorry, 2024 Lok Sabha, they'll go from 4 MPs to at least 5 or 6 MPs, because KCR is suddenly on the downward spiral, and now Telangana is surely becoming BJP versus Congress, and then OYC will do his chota mota in Hyderabad's 10 seats.
Exactly, exactly. So now that we have displayed this photo and given due credit to this wonderful
Hmm.
breakdown by this Twitter handle, can I just say that Twitter has some absolutely brilliant people,
Hmm.
and
Hmm.
these people are not paid by the BJP or the Congress. They're just nerds who do
Hmm.
nerdy things, and you have to appreciate such people who who do nerdy things. So now let's now that the other image is back on the screen,
Correct.
now, what
So,
are your key takeaways in Telangana then?
so there are two things. First of all, Congress doing Congress things right now. I'm talking about 15 minutes before we started recording. I read a news piece where Uttam Kumar Reddy, the old Congress chief, has raised his revolt against Revant Reddy, who's going to be the de facto Congress CM in Telangana. So even though Congress has a simple majority, they are facing that sort of issues. This is a remarkable win for the Congress party in Telangana. Uh, Most people wrote them off. After the state was created in 2014, most people thought that it is going to be the BRS versus maybe the TDP BJP alliance, because if you remember 2014, TDP and BJP fought as allies in Telangana and stuff, and TDP still had quite a presence in Telangana because part of undivided Andhra Pradesh. Chandrababu Naidu was considered this architect of the modern day Hyderabad and stuff, but now TDP is gone. People have not even talked about Chandrababu Naidu, who's in jail right now, and they didn't even fight this election. Last time TDP fought in an alliance with the Congress party, and together they got about 32.8% of the vote. So Congress improved its tally from 32 to say 39. But BJP is taking away some of BHRS or Bharatiya Rashtra Samiti's votes, ensured that Congress gets first place in a lot of areas, especially in North Telangana. If you see that clumps of orange in the North Telangana
Hmm.
region, Kushal, you see there are at least 6 or 7 seats. So that is where BJP is very strong. That and
Hmm.
Hyderabad region. So I mean, if you count 21 seats there and about 20 seats in North Telangana, BJP is certainly a factor in close to 40 seats, and they can affect the outcome. So this is that if you remember, Kanshi Ram had this very famous slogan: the पहला इलेक्शन हारने के लिए, दूसरा इलेक्शन हराने के लिए, तीसरा इलेक्शन जीतने के लिए. So 2018 was a पहला इलेक्शन हारने के लिए.
Hmm.
2023 is the next elections हराने के लिए. BRS को आपने हरा दिया. 2028 is BJP's election now to do what they want from 14%. But the fact is, now Congress has a major foothold in two big cities of India, is Hyderabad and Bangalore. That cannot be certainly wished away. That means that they will have resources at their display. The other important thing for the Congress is the Reddy vote bank, right? So the reason why Rajshekhar Reddy used to be in power is the Reddy vote bank was solidly with Congress, with the other OBC, some upper caste vote in the United Andhra Pradesh region. Now Jagan Mohan Reddy, when he jumped ship and went, created his own party, he took a lot of the Congress votes with him. To this election, a lot of the Reddy vote bank has come back, and a lot of these local chieftains, local people have actually come back to the Congress party, and that should be sort of heartening to them. That is the first part. Second part is, this actually puts Congress in a position to win at least 7 or 8 Lok Sabha seats from Telangana. Last time it got a big fat zero. So suddenly
Hmm.
now, if you add those 8 seats in Telangana, 8 seats in Tamil Nadu that they get with in alliance with DMK, about 8 seats in Kerala and in Karnataka, their tally will also improve to 7 or 8 seats. Now they are getting a solid 30 to 35 Lok Sabha seats from the southern part of India, and then they have to get whatever they get. I keep telling this to people. Congress's target in next election is not 272. They don't care. Their target is getting more than 100 seats, because the minute you get more than 100 seats, that means automatically BJP's tally goes down by 30 or 40 seats. Congress's major seats will come now only at the expense of BJP, because it's at a direct fight with BJP in over 300 seats. So that is what the Congress is trying to take. If they lose seats in Karnataka, if that's going to come from, of course, we'll come to the other three states why this is very hard for the
No, no,
Congress to
but
do.
let's focus on something. Can I ask you a
Ah,
question that has been asked by um, a live chat viewer right
please.
now? Can
Yeah.
BRS and BJP pull off another Operation Lotus?
Lotus, no, they can't.
No.
because
Oh no.
because because to do that they will have to risk going into elections again in Telangana, and it's very unpredictable. If the BRS and BJP are seen as allies or something, how people will react. And honestly, BJP should not do anything like that, because that's going to affect them in Lok Sabha. This result will actually see, people forget Lok Sabha is less than 4 months away, guys. March में तो लोक सभा है.
भाई एक मिनट, मगर एक बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट न्यूज आई है। आई एम सॉरी, अभी
हाँ.
अभिजीत ने ट्वीट की है एंड ही जस्ट सेंट इट टू मी ऑन व्हाट्सएप।
हाँ.
मतलब मेरा टीकू टल्जानिया वाला एक्सप्रेशन है, ये क्या हो रहा है? बिकॉज क्योंकि लाइव चैट वाले व्यूअर ने ये प्रश्न पूछा, और ये रिपब्लिक ब्रेकिंग न्यूज 1 आवर
हाँ,
अगो।
that's what I was saying. मैं वही तो बोल रहा था कि
तो
उत्तम कुमार
मतलब
रेड्डी is not willing to concede. This is what I
तो ये
said
क्या
right
हो रहा है?
before I came.
तो ये क्या हो रहा
हाँ,
है?
नहीं कुछ नहीं. This is basically this. There is a reason why DK Shiv Kumar is in Telangana and no one else is from the Congress party. It's basically so you see Congress anticipate. People thought that DK Shiv Kumar was there in case Congress needs independence. I was 100% sure that DK Shiv Kumar is there because
बिकॉज उनका खुद का ही घर टूटा है।
huh. So right now the two guns are firing at each other and the muzzle has been sent. Now we just have to see who. So okay, for people who
Uh,
don't know,
So is this
Revan,
like a hard negotiation
yeah,
tactic,
yeah, this is a
Adit?
hard negotiation. This is Gehlot versus Pilot going on. So Uttam Kumar Reddy, for people who don't know, had done this bizarre sort of mannat in 2018 or 17, that till Congress doesn't come back to power, he will not shave his beard. Or in 2016 he did that, and
Does
I
he have
think
a good beard like me?
I have
एकदम
no idea. I
proper.
I haven't seen his picture. But yesterday they kept saying that, oh, now Uttam Kumar Reddy can shave, and I was like, imagine you must have worked for quite a bit in the state, and the only thing you are known by in news studios is ab uncle shave karenge. It was kind of bad. But Revant Reddy, right? Let's talk a little bit about Revant Reddy. He is the most interesting character. He's an ABVP activist. Revant Reddy was with ABVP since till I think 2006. Then he joined the Telugu Desam party. So he is not a old school Congressy voice. I think Revant Reddy came to Congress only in 2021, if I'm not mistaken. And but uh, where he's related to, he's married to the old Congress leader S. Jaipal Reddy's niece. So there is some Congress family connection and stuff as well. So there could also be a bit of an anger that these old Andhra Telangana Congress lobby folks who have seen power under
Hmm.
YS Rajshekhar Reddy or Kiran Kumar Reddy or K. Rosaya, right? They are now saying that it's our turn, and how can that this ex ABVP and ex TDP guy
So,
come and
so
take our
is
usurp?
this their way of saying हम देखेंगे?
हाँ, absolutely. या हम देख रहे
हम
हैं.
देख
So,
रहे हैं.
yes.
Yeah, हम
So
देख रहे हैं.
so this is exactly that. And I'll tell you this, Telangana also shows us another curious thing. By the way, don't be shocked for a lot of people who are shocked कि communist party को एक seat कैसे आई. Communist, because Telangana was in the original Naxal belt. It has some
Yeah,
seats with so
yeah.
communists को मिलते थे. In fact, in 2004, where the BJP lost, um, communists actually won 4 Lok Sabha seats in Andhra Pradesh. CPI won 2 and CPIM won 2. It's that was they do have a presence, but that has obviously gone down quite a bit. And then you wanted to talk a little bit about MIMIM or
Yeah, I
AIMIM.
want to focus on them.
Huh. So am I?
So
This is.
what do we make of this? Like such a small
Give me a second.
pocket
The
where they're
laptop needs
relevant.
to be powered up, so I need to put
So
my
so
charger in. No, no, go for it. Keep talking. Yeah.
so yeah. So my question was that it is such a small number, right? AIMIM, and if people look at the map where
We are
AIMIM
back.
has gone,
Uh,
yeah, I mean it's such a small area where
hmm.
All India Majlis-e-Muslimin has kind of
So
found its merger.
Javed Akhtar said this, and I have a lot of disagreements with him and a lot of issues. But he called Osaduddin Owaisi एक गली के मोहल्ले के leader. And that's exactly what it is. Basically, when Asaduddin Owaisi a few years ago said कि Bharat Mata ki jai, he doesn't want to say because the constitution doesn't give him the right. So Javed said कि constitution तो आपको शेरवानी पहनने को भी नहीं बोलता, आप पहन के क्यों निकल जाते हो? But he described him.
Holy
He
moly!
des-
That's amazing.
so he said this in the Rajya Sabha on the floor of the house in his farewell speech or something. Farewell speech, an intervention speech. But my point is that he described him, diagnosed him correctly. कि वो हैदराबाद की एक गली है मोहल्ले के leader है. So basically, what it is there is a cluster within Hyderabad which is very densely populated. So obviously, it is going to have a lot of seats, and within that, in areas that are probably like his major vote bank is in the Muslim community. I mean, he doesn't hide it, and there's no
Mhm.
reason for people to box around. And people on TV are like, he gets
Yeah, I
minority
wonder
vote.
who are the non-Muslims who vote for
नहीं
AIMIM.
है
Seriously.
I think कुछ हो सकते हैं because he has a last election he gave two or three Hindus as tickets, right, and they got like 30-35% of the votes too, right, in certain seats in Jubilee Hills, a constituency where Azharuddin was standing from. Last time I think AIMIM's nominee was Hindu or the adjoining seat, but basically he's done that before in the hope कि कोई नाम पे दे दे vote. But I essentially his base is there, and what he has benefited from is that you will have Congress, BJP all fighting those seats. And so if it's a 45% Muslim seat, Asaduddin Owaisi gets a 90% strike rate in the Muslim vote and gets about 40-41% of the vote.
Mhm.
And when he does that, the other party is split at 25-30 something, and he basically romps back to power. This time that was one couple of things happened. Was that Congress actually gave him the fright of his life in a few seats. So a pe-
Yeah, share that.
as
Share that.
as strange as it sounds, Congress has become the de facto party in some areas. The Hindus of those areas actually voted very smartly. They did not just vote for BJP or BRS or something. They voted for whatever party they thought was going to fight Asaduddin Owaisi's MIM. So that is where it gets even curious. So if I look at and I'm going to share the basically I'm trying to pull up the results, but the election commission's website is glitching out a little bit. But let me look at like the areas like Nampalli, right? So there is a region. Okay, let me share my screen real quick. Hold
Yeah,
on.
share it. I'll put it up, buddy.
Huh. So look at this seat, right? Nampalli, 62,000 votes for that. Are you able to see it, Kushal?
Yeah, yeah.
62,000
Everybody
seats
can.
for AIMIM, and 60,000 votes for the Congress. Look at the margin, 2,000 votes. Right. Look at
Wow.
BRS. Look at BRS 15,420, and BJP gets now BJP's loss. Jagat is less than 50,000. Is more than 50,000. Is a minus 50,000 is of the margin. Right now, you take 1,000 votes from here and 1,000 votes from here, and Congress wins. Now, Congress obviously has given a Muslim candidate a ticket, but it is well known that there are some Hindus in these areas who will vote for Congress. So I think there was a strategic vote where some Hindus would have voted for them, right? And and if there is a setting between these parties, AIMIM goes down. So there are many seats like that where Congress actually was leading, and Congress was actually gaining, about to cause quite a bit of an upset. I mean, 2000 is just such a small margin.
Yep, it is.
So
And this is interesting, man. And as you were discussing about the pure and pious AIMIM, we
huh,
have hit 100K subscribers on this live stream. So
congratulations.
before we start the next date, I just want to probably take this opportunity. I'm really happy that we hit 100K on a live stream, and that too, I'm even happier that I hit 100K with you on the live stream. Someone I consider a ally, a dear friend, and someone I have tremendous respect for. And
Mm,
I just want to take this opportunity and thank each and every one. I started almost 7 years ago, in April
yes.
2016. I was looking at old photos today because I was anticipating this to happen. And I
Mhm.
remember buying my first mic. That was the Blue Yeti microphone, and I bought it. And I remember I was like, what the hell am I doing? And then, it's been a journey. No clickbait, no negative verbs, nothing. My poor editor, I make his life so miserable. Every time he says kuch to karne de, and I tell him nahi, ye bhi nahi karenge. And in spite of all of that, as they say, you can do all these things, but you can still, I may be the last one, but hey, I at least came to that mark. So I want to take this opportunity to thank everybody who supports the Charvak podcast, whether through the membership or everything. A big thank you to all the guests, to all co-hosts like Adit. And enough of that, Rona Dhona. Now let's get down to business again, and let's go to the next
Yes.
state now. And now we go to Chhattisgarh. So
Yes.
for the benefit of the viewers, again, the total number of seats in Chhattisgarh Assembly were 90. The Bharatiya Janata Party got 46.27% of the vote share and got 54 seats in the assembly. The Indian National Congress got 42.23% of the vote share and hit 35 seats. Others were 11.50. Now, I think I'll share the others also for the benefit of everyone. One was the Gondwana Ganatantra Party that got one seat, and they barely got any unka vote share. Nota in Chhattisgarh, Adit, because I
Hmm.
wanted to share this. Why? Because Nota is 1.26%, right?
Hmm.
That's a lot of Nota.
It's a lot
That's
of
a
nota. And
Yeah.
if that 1.26 is statewide, and if it's like मैंने seat by seat data तो अभी देखा नहीं है, because it's only been 24 hours, guys, and we all have things to do, so I haven't gone every seat by seat vote share. I've only gone low. um if it is 4 or 5% or 3% in some seats, that is enough to actually swing a seat, because Chhattisgarh mein
Hmm.
margins are ridiculous. They are 500 votes, 1000
Okay.
votes, 2000 votes ऐसे करके है. So it is it's very interesting that you talk about nota and stuff. And but before we get into Chhattisgarh, first of all, congratulations, Kushal, for on the
Thank you.
100,000 subscribers.
Thank
And
you.
guys, please keep sharing, keep sharing. And also, one thing I'm going to say on behalf of Kushal and I, you write to us on Twitter and stuff. Please give us a bit of a following on Twitter as well, so we get to do, because a lot of we see our follower counts also plateauing and stuff. It's always fun to interact with this, and we don't do appeals like this, but you know please do.
Yeah,
We do.
go everybody go follow Adit on social media. His Twitter handle is there in the
No, it's right there on
in
the screen
in
at
the description.
ASK0704. You'll be able to
Yeah,
see.
go
But
go follow him.
so I'll tell you. I'll tell you one very interesting in the Gondwana Ganatantra Party. You know who it was in alliance with? The Bahujan Samaj Party. And so I was wondering why the BSP is leading in 2 or 3 seats. And BSP is very strange. BSP used to be a big factor, and I say a big factor is BSP used to have like 10 seats sometimes in Madhya Pradesh, and obviously it was one state and some factor in Chhattisgarh also. But BSP is completely gone now from Chhattisgarh. But Chhattisgarh is one state that every pollster got wrong. almost every pollster. Very
Yeah.
few got it right. And even those that got it right only got the trend right. No one expected a 20 seat gap between the Congress and BJP. I myself thought the Congress was in the forefront in Chhattisgarh. No, and there is one big reason why Congress was holding on to some of its vote share that it got. It dipped about 1 or 2%, right? And that's what most of us saw in the data. What we did not see is that the others' vote share completely capitulating to less than like 12%. And BJP, and this is what I want you guys to talk about, BJP had a 13% swing in Chhattisgarh. That is an unbelievable swing in a bi-party election. If you have a 13% swing, you have a landslide, right? And I'm surprised if they had
They
the
swung the
given the swing
tribal
that they
vote,
had.
brother.
Ha,
They
completely.
swung the tribal vote
They swung the
completely.
tribal vote, the tribal women. And I want to say this is a very important vote. The women of Madhya Pradesh and Chhattisgarh have swung this election decisively in favor of the BJP. I remember in 2000, in the earlier days of NDTV, Pranav Roy would give his mumbo jumbo analysis. Where I mean, and sometimes it was good analysis, but sometimes he come up with this silly things that we have seen. Men have voted for
So listen,
BJP,
you got
and
even if you peddle bollocks, right? You got to say it in very nice English and have a
huh,
smile on your face. Always remember
and people can fact check me. Go, exactly. Go look at his pre-poll exit polls. Men have traditionally voted for BJP, and women have traditionally voted for Congress. This sounds as dumb as people saying that this a chauvinistic movie has happened because BJP has come to power. As dumb as that. There's nothing further from the truth. I mean, it's as further from the truth as you can make it out. We have seen time and again that the rural women, tribal women have voted for the BJP, and there's only one reason why: the social schemes, the schemes like the Ujjwala Yojana, many, even the direct benefit transfer, the Janadhana Yojana, where they've seen small scale industries, they have reached the interior of these villages, and it has directly impacted them. And that is why these elections have swung. So, given that, Bhupesh Baghel Bhupesh Baghel had led Congress to a historic victory. They had 68 seats last time with 43% vote share. That vote went down, like I said, just to 42.23. So the and there was another factor last time, the Ajit Jogi factor. The Ajit Jogi formed an alliance with CPI, BSP, and JCC, and we talked about this in our preview. Ajit Jogi factor. Where will that vote go? That vote entirely shifted lock, stock, and barrel to the BJP, 7.5%,
Hmm.
and that was your election.
So some of the things, Adit, that I have tried to speak with some people at the party
Hmm,
cadre level
hmm,
in Chhattisgarh. So what they told me is that that those two scams, वो कौन सा था, दारू वाला था, एक कोयले का था,
hmm,
right?
hmm, hmm.
That hit Baghel, and I did
Big
not
time.
know this. Some people told me he stopped the Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana. What kind of
No, I
insanity is
that
this?
I did not know this, but also that betting scam,
Yeah,
that also hit him quite a bit.
yeah. So he did that. Then obviously conversion is a very sensitive issue in the tribal areas of Chhattisgarh, um, and also as
Hmm,
always कांग्रेस में काफी वोट कटवा issues बहुत थे.
hmm, hmm.
The BJP rides that vote katwa issue of Congress
Huh,
amazing. Like
absolutely.
BJP rides it like anything. BJP just finds, and another thing I was shocked. Rishi Suri on Twitter, he
Huh.
had tweeted this, right?
Not
So
Sunak,
I'm
Rishi
giving
Suri.
credit where it's due. So he said that in 14 Muslim dominated seats of Chhattisgarh,
Huh.
holy moly, BJP won 12. That is insane, man.
Yeah, yeah,
That,
absolutely.
that is insane. By the way, people, the handle is at the rate Rishi underscore Suri on X or Twitter. I just read it off his tweet. Now that is insane. Like when I read this figure,
Hmm.
I mean, what level of polarization are we talking about in the Hindu vote?
Not just that, Moss. I'm gonna share my screen. So I did this thread on Twitter, and I'm gonna share the screen, guys, so you can see what I'm talking about. Uh,
Sure.
b- Basically, if you see. if you see right here, Chhattisgarh mein, TS, first of all, TS Deo was trailing. He's the outgoing deputy CM. So when your deputy CM is trailing, that's when you know things are bad. But look at this. This is what I was talking about. 7.6 for Ajit Jogi, 3.9 for Mayawati, right? Nota was always high. So
Whoa.
Nota was 2% last time, that went down, but this was 7.6 and 3.9. That you do the math, it is 11.5%. Zero point 0.9 comes from the Congress, little bit goes from the Nota, and here you have BJP at 46.2%. That's
Hmm.
that's how the election shifted. The complete capitulation of BSP and Ajit Jogi, and Ajit Jogi's son Amit Jogi was still fighting on 77 seats. He got 1% vote. That is the entire tribal vote. So you
Shabash.
Yeah, and Raman Singh, and people don't give him much credit, but Raman Singh also did a lot of these campaigning and stuff. I personally am not sure if Raman Singh is going to come back to power or not, but
वो
this
डिस्कस
was,
करेंगे, वो हम
wo,
कौन बनेगा
and
मुख्यमंत्री सेगमेंट बनाएंगे एक. हाँ.
But it is a complete domination except for Raigad, Dhamtari, Gariyaband. I think they split the districts, but a few districts where Congress won. I think they won in Dhamtari and Raigad primarily, and then they won one or two seats here or there. BJP has dominated the other districts. Absolutely dominated. And when I say, I don't mean Congress didn't win anything, but say Congress
Mhm.
won one or two seats here and stuff like that, and BJP would win like most of them. But the biggest news of Chhattisgarh was Ambikapur, where Rajesh Agarwal of BJP defeated TS Singh Deo of the Congress party. Now, for, I want to ask the live stream this question, and I'm going to reveal this question in a second. What do you guys think was the vote margin by which he defeated that? Please write it. I'm going to
Yeah,
reveal it in a
everybody
second.
in the live stream, give me your guesses. I, I
Give,
I'll start
huh,
leading him.
and
अभी का
I'm
अभी
gonna
टाइप करो live stream because there
अभी
are
का अभी
quite a few
we'll
people.
we'll reveal the answer in like 2 seconds.
So
But then
70, 150, 100, 5,500, 5 votes, 10 votes. These are the answers we are getting.
uh, no, one person, and I see it, one person got it right. It's 94 votes. That's how close it
Holy
was.
moly! Holy moly!
94 votes.
94 votes!
Rajesh Agarwal is the giant killer this election. He got 90,780 votes, and
Wow!
TS Singh they got 90,680 686 votes, right? So when we say
Wow!
every vote counts, every vote counts. You better be careful of that. And to
Yes.
give you guys perspective, TS Singh Deo won the seat of Ambikapur by 39,600 votes last time. 39,000
Mm.
votes. He won it by a margin of 22%. There was a swing of 22% in favor of the BJP. That's your election. When your deputy
Mm.
CM, who was threatening to do. Acha, I'll give you another interesting statistic. Since
Mhm.
1980, the seat of Ambikapur has only gone to BJP once since
Yeah.
1980. So from 1980 to 2018, for out 33 out of 38 years, Congress has voted, and BJP gets it this time, and make sure its sitting deputy CM loses. That is how significant this shift was in Chhattisgarh.
Yeah. Yep. And it's insane, but
Yeah.
I still like can't get over the fact that Chhattisgarh mein freaking 14 Muslim
Okay.
dominated seats, BJP won
And
12. That's
and
just an
I
insane
also have
number.
to see कि tribal areas में क्या हुआ, and we'll talk about it later. But before we jump to Madhya Pradesh, Kushal, I think this is a little bit of a boo boo on my part. I was going to cover this less. We have to talk about the one seat in Telangana,
Yeah,
Kamareddy.
sure. Yeah. Please do. Shout out to the giant killer. Shout
Yes,
out to the
Kattipalli
leader.
Venkata Ramanna Reddy
Yeah.
defeated not just the outgoing CM, he also defeated the future CM.
Holy moly. What a performance.
BJ,
What a performance by
BJP's
that man.
BJP's KV Ramanna Reddy won the Kamareddy seat from Telangana by defeating KCR by 6,704 votes, and number three was Revant Reddy of the Congress Party. So that is how seriously the people of Telangana are taking BJP, and I wish the BJP does sort of reciprocates, and their
Can
faith,
I can I can I
and
share
like they have.
another interesting statistic with you about Chhattisgarh, Adit?
Please do.
Out of the 25 tribal dominated seats, because I remember the hearing this on the stream on Times Now or Republic, I don't remember which one it was.
Hmm,
BJP won 21.
hmm.
Just wow.
Yeah,
21 out of the 25 tribal dominated seats.
that's
Amma.
exactly.
I mean,
And
I
there is,
when I heard this, I was like, wait, what? They
yeah,
swept the entire tribal belt?
completely. And even the quote unquote Naxal belt, that is where BJP has done reasonably well in the the South Chhattisgarh, in the Dantewada, in the Rajnandgaon areas and so forth. Chhattisgarh is also 2% Christian, right? There is some sort of
Yeah.
conversion in that and stuff, because the Muslim population is as equivalent to the 2% Christian. Islam is 2.02 and Chhattisgarh is, Christianity is 2%. I think Mr. Ajit Jogi's party had some sort of a base there. So that too went to the BJP, and that is significant, I think.
Mm-hmm. It is. And I was like, wow. So now can we go to
Yes,
Rajasthan? All right. So
absolutely.
okay. So total seats 200 in the assembly. And I'm gonna just give me a moment. I want to open this
Huh.
image and the page of,
This one.
basically it's 199,
Hmm,
200 with a caveat. But
hmm,
yeah, so in that assembly, Bharatiya Janata Party got 115 seats with a 41.69% vote share.
hmm,
INC got 69 seats. And as you guys can, so I'll give you the vote share of the Indian National Congress, which is 39.53.
hmm,
It's a significant difference, like 2 to 3% is no small difference.
hmm,
Bharatiya Adivasi Party got 3 seats, Bahujan Samaj Party got 2 seats, Rashtriya Lok Dal got 1 seat, Rashtriya Loktantrik Party got 1 seat, and independent candidates. एंड
hmm.
यहाँ पे बहुत बड़ी कहानी है इंडिपेंडेंट कैंडिडेट्स में, जो मैं तेरे को बताऊंगा।
Huh.
बहुत बड़ी कहानी है। अम, अ,
Correct.
नाम लिए बगैर मैं तुझे बता दूंगा, मगर ये क्या क्या माजरा है,
Hmm.
रूमर्स जो मैंने सुने हैं। एंड
No, no, rumors nahi. I actually know of that as true. Do you
है
want
ना?
me to start with those independents? Huh? Because a
शुरू
lot
कर
of
दे, तू बोल दे, फिर
uh,
तू बोल दे।
a lot of them. I'm not going to say all of them, but a lot of them are backed by Vasundhara Raje, and
या
they are people that.
heck of a lot of BJP would have swept Rajasthan had it not been for these independent candidates winning in many seats and vote cutting in at least 8 to 10 more seats.
So Rajasthan has always been an interesting situation. Rajasthan may, whenever, and I said this on Kushal's podcast last time we did this. Whenever BJP comes to power, it has always been more with more than like 120, 130 seats and stuff. And Congress comes to power with 100, 105 seats, because the benchmark for BJP in Rajasthan is very high. The lowest it will go is about 75 seats, right? जो कांग्रेस का भी tally है, that is the lowest. Congress would be reduced to 30 or 40, and Rajasthan always has a 15 to 20% vote share of independents, these disgruntled people, and so forth. And that seat share, that vote share was there, but this time the seat share of the others has been reduced a bit to sort of 15 seats, right? That could have been about 20 seats and stuff. If that was 20 seats, and if those vote katuas or the independents were split between the parties, you would see BJP at 135, 140. But primarily these independents have all been so it was very well known that Miss Vasundhara Raje was being sidelined. I think the BJP central leadership probably would have thought that they are going to nominate someone else. This obviously is Miss Raje's election, because she has
Mhm.
delivered a lot of seats to the BJP, and also she has the independents. So I think her hope was, in case BJP ends up with 98 or 99, she can deliver 10 or 12 independents, make them, they are the ministers, and then basically she gets her government. Now BJP is at 115, so the central leadership can do whatever it wants. But 4 months before the general election, do they want to risk it and risk angering Mrs. Raje? Because if that happens, that's going to take a cascading effect in the Lok Sabha. So that is
Mhm.
the caveat of Rajasthan.
So again, in Rajasthan,
Hmm.
for people who don't know, even this has been an old battle. Miss
Hmm.
Raje, uh, if I was to use the metaphorical, flexing her muscles and
Hmm.
showing everyone that she still she has still got the BJP by their cojones in
Hmm.
Rajasthan, and
Hmm.
then the BJP rank and file working around her, and the Sangh also trying to play, you know, mediator between
Ah.
Miss Raje and the BJP. This has
Hmm.
been this is like a very well known story, but uh, it's tough because now I don't think so. BJP is in a see. BJP was stressed if they were at 100, Now they're at
Yeah.
115. They don't care
That's
now.
what I'm saying. And exactly, and so now they don't care, and they are in a significant position. But again, Rajasthan again showed us the issue that we always say with vote share, right? कि
Hmm.
Rajasthan में always you can the BJP plus Congress vote share is very rarely going to cross 80 to 85% threshold, and this was the thing. So one thing I'm going to tell you, and I'm going to shock all our live stream viewers and stuff.
Hmm.
Congress's vote share went up in Rajasthan
Yeah, I
from
know.
last time. It was 39.3 and it went to 39.5.
Hmm.
The others, the BJP's vote share goes up significantly to 41.69. Not that significantly also, but reasonably significantly. It goes up by about 2%,
Yeah,
about
but
three and a
that's a
half percent.
huge
That's a,
jump, right? In the first
but
past the
that's
vote
what I'm saying.
system.
In first past the post, because your others vote share, if you do the 41% is 20%. So when the vote katuas or the other parties are 20%, a 3% is a gigantic swing, and that is why the 3% reserve results in a 42 seat thing. Now there are a couple of interesting parties here that I want to see. RLD obviously is a UPA ally, but was not accommodated by Ghelot as much in this. RLD has a base amongst the Jat votes, so Rajasthan has a lot of the belt near the western UP, Haryana, that cascading, and it itself has a lot of Jat vote. So what will Ghelot do is going to see. Now, the Bharat Adivasi Party is actually a split from the Bharatiya Tribal Party. Bharatiya Tribal Party is a Gujarat party.
मतलब छोटी छोटी पार्टियों में भी छोटे छोटे split.
Huh. So, and if you see the little dark blue blobs in the South Rajasthan, that is actually the Gujarat border. So वहां पे जो गुजरात में ट्राइबल पार्टीज में है इन दैट दैट डूंगरपुर उदयपुर all that belt, those are all, so a lot of people don't know. So and this is the amazing part about India, right? Udaipur district hai, uske about 80% seats are ST seats, because Udaipur ka adjoining area are all ST seats, and Udaipur is usually traditionally represented by a Jain face in the BJP,
Hmm.
because Udaipur is one of the few cities that is about 12% Jain. So it has the largest concentration. So it used to be Mr. Gulabchand Kataria, who was Vasundhara Raje's long-time rival, but now he's the governor of Assam. So he has been sent as far away from Rajasthan as as BJP could. See the Assami भेज दिया, right? And now they replaced him with Tarachand Jain, who again won Udaipur by a huge margin. So these are these precarious situations that you get in Rajasthan, of battles within battles, and seats within seats, where people are sort of factors.
Hmm. I know. Now, can I share one more factoid
Please do.
with you?
Hmm,
In Rajasthan, also approximately 40 tribal dominated seats were there.
that's right.
BJP got 23.
Hmm.
Wow. Just
in
wow.
in a shocking thing, though, there is also a seat which I don't know, Kushal, if you actually want to have ownership over there, but there is a seat in Rajasthan called Kushalgarh. So
देखो,
if you can have that as your retirement policy or something कि ये मेरी खुद की seat है. But jokes apart,
मैं
yeah.
वहां का मुख्यमंत्री और प्रधानमंत्री हूँ.
But Kushalgarh is a the reason I bring it up is Congress wins that seat by 9,000 votes, and BJP gets is short by 9,000, but the Bharatiya Adivasi Party gets almost 35,000 votes. वो कहाँ से आए, no one knows and stuff. So राजस्थान में ऐसी इतनी seats है where the third party or the independent votes are much higher than the margin of the seats.
Check who lost the election in Rajasthan on BJP tickets because of this independent vote katua thing.
Mm.
कौन कौन बड़े बड़े नाम हारे हैं
Yeah,
असेंबली
and that
इलेक्शन, जरा
therein lies the
जाके चेक
story.
करना। देयर इन लाइज द स्टोरी कि वसुंधरा राजे ने क्या ऐसे बैटिंग करके है ना, एक छक्का इधर, एक छक्का उधर, एक स्ट्रेट
Yeah,
सिक्स, एक फाइव लेग, क्या क्या
exactly.
क्या क्या लोग टपकाए हैं उन्होंने।
Yeah. Again, Jhadol, another constituency is next to Gujarat. BJP wins by 6,000 votes. The Bharatiya Adivasi Party gets 45,000 votes.
हम्म।
So it is unbelievable the kind of things and that is happening. And in Rajasthan, I think you're going to see a concentration. So you have the RLTP that is concentrated in the north part of Rajasthan,
हम्म।
and then you have the RLD, which is northwest, and then you have the I'm not going to say the full symbol, but Bharat Adivasi Party, because it's a nine letter symbol. uh, they are in the south part of Rajasthan. So there
नहीं
are
नहीं,
battles
वो
within
नाइन
battle.
लेटर, लाइन लेटर, BHRTADVSIP।
Exactly. And the strangest part is because it's probably not a recognized party. So if you go on the election commission website, it's not even written as like as a symbol or something. It's just written
It's
in the
insane.
others, and the others are
Other.
12%. So
Yeah.
that is the madness that has happened in Rajasthan.
Oh man, it's
Yeah.
insane. It's insane. Rajasthan has been such a tussle for the Bharatiya Janata Party, and
Mm.
honestly, I don't know why Miss Raje did this. यार, any muscle flexing te nahi karni chahiye थी. See, in Punjabi, I'm
Uh,
saying, yeah, you don't
uh,
flex this level of muscle. I mean, it's insane. Like she has flexed so much muscle that it
no,
has
this was a
actually kind
survival
of
election
destroyed.
for I don't know, and there are a few seats. There are at least three seats that I counted where the margin of victory, I think, for of BJP was less than 500 votes. Okay, and
Yeah.
then there are a few there where there are 1,000 votes and stuff, so forth. Why, if those seats go the other way,
Whew,
that's that is a very
crazy.
and Rajasthan mein kya hai ki the vote share might be 20%, but BJP plus Congress always gets about 180 185 seats. So
Yes.
if BJP only needs to lose a net of 15 seats for Congress to actually form the government,
Mm.
because or maybe 20 seats. BJP goes to 95, Congress goes to 89, and then all these resort parties come to
Yeah.
light, and independence and stuff.
Also, can I say a moment of silence for all the resort owners who are licking their lips and going like this, like, "Arey,
Hmm.
bahut paisa hoga," and the results just came out so evenly across the board that they're like,
Hmm.
"Le, हमारा तो कुछ हुआ ही नहीं."
नहीं, तेलंगाना का मत बोल, अभी कुछ हो सकता
Yeah,
है.
Congress is, see, this is why Congress believes in sabka saath, sabka vikas. They're
हाँ.
like, nahi, nahi, election hua hai, clean sweep mari hai, so what? We're going to try and generate some business for resorts too. We truly care
किसने
for resorts.
किसने रिसोर्ट ओनर्स का सोचा किसी ने?
वही,
So I think
सिर्फ कांग्रेस सोचती है। क्या किया
Congress.
बीजेपी ने रिजॉर्ट ओनर्स के लिए?
Exactly. So, but what a film. But I mean, I think we have to move to the big one, Kushal.
Yeah. So
This.
now let's get to the heavyweight champion. And can I take this opportunity to congratulate Shivraj Singh Chauhan ji, the man, the machine. What a sweep. Just look at this freaking map on your screen, guys. Like a sea of saffron. Okay, so for those, there are total 230 seats in the assembly of Madhya Pradesh, and
Hmm.
BJP got a vote share of 48.55% and got a whooping 163 seats. Indian National Congress got 40.40% and got 66 seats. And then obviously, in Madhya Pradesh, there was one seat that was for Bharatiya Adivasi Party. Again, the BHRTADVSIP, they got that
Hmm.
one seat. And yeah, and the election commission refuses to show their vote percentage anywhere. Can I
Hmm.
also add, Nota in Madhya Pradesh was 0.98%. I forgot
Hmm.
to give the Nota figure. I'm sorry. In Rajasthan, the nota was 0.96%, so less than 1% in both Rajasthan and Madhya Pradesh. But
Hmm.
now, Adit, I hand it over to you. And one more interesting fact about Chhattisgarh, Madhya Pradesh. I'll share these two facts and then I'll completely hand it over to you. um in Madhya Pradesh also there were a few Muslim backed seats where
Mm.
have to talk about it again. Rishi Suri tweeted this out. In 35 Muslim dominated seats of Madhya Pradesh,
Mhm.
wowzers, BJP won 29 out of them. So, and as if that was not enough, Adit, okay,
Mhm.
again, there was another data point that I came across, that in Madhya Pradesh, there were 36 scheduled caste dominated seats, and freaking
Wow.
BJP ends up winning 34 of them. Holy moly.
Ins- So, I first let's talk about where the polls got it wrong and where the polls got it right. So,
Yeah.
Axis got it right. A lot of us, including me, I
Today's
thought.
Chanakya too.
Today's Chanakya too. Absolutely. A lot of us, including me, I thought that the Congress would do better. Why? I'm going to say Congress's vote share, whenever it touches 40, so it's at 40, it was at 40.9% that time. This time it was 40.6%, 40.5. It was only an erosion of 0.3%. So, but a lot of us thought that if it's an erosion of 0.3%, and that is if that is going to say BSP or independence or something, that means the Congress is holding on to their tally. What
Hmm.
a lot of people did not see, and those guys did see, credit to them, was a complete implosion of Mayawati.
Hmm.
Mayawati in Madhya Pradesh, in let's talk about 2008, right? 2008, Mayawati gets 7 MLAs in Madhya Pradesh. Okay, 7 MLAs. Mayawati's vote share in Madhya Pradesh 9% in 2008. In
Hmm.
2000, in 2013, Mayawati again has 5 MLAs. Sorry, 7 MLAs. Her vote share 6.3, 6.3. I'm sorry, 5 MLAs, but 6.3%. Basically, she has 5 to 6% vote share. This election, I think that vote share is probably 1 or 2%. That has shifted
3.4. 3.4. BSP is
3.4.
at 3.4. Yeah.
Three. Okay, so 3%. So again, a swing of almost 2% away that has gone entirely to the BJP. Congress को कुछ भी नहीं मिला.
Hmm. So
Then there is another.
BJP has, remember Adit, you and I a long time ago had discussed when will the Jata vote shift?
Hmm, I think we are at that inflection point where
I
it has
Can we say that safely that we have seen that now?
absolutely, absolutely, and that Ravan Chandrasekhar Ravan is not a factor in at least outside of UP. They had almost 6% independents voted last time. 2.2 million votes. That independent vote has completely shrunk. 4 independents won. That independent vote has gone to BJP. So BJP, the Congress is at 40.3%. The BJP is at 48.7%. It's a 7.5% swing. मामा जी ने सिर्फ कांग्रेस नहीं सबका सुपड़ा साफ कर दिया. He actually just went in and just took everywhere. This is as close a 1 more % swing, and this is a 50% election. Then you are looking at BJP getting 202 out of 230. In my opinion, this is a more significant win. And this I'm telling as a Gujarati, this is a bigger win than BJP in Gujarat in 2022.
Oh,
B-
absolutely, man. You're spot on. You're spot
BJP got
on.
156 out of 182 in Gujarat, but it is a state that is traditionally BJP leaning. It's a state that is
2% more women voted than men for BJP. 2% in a state, भाई खत्म हो गया ना मामला
हम
उधर.
लोग ने exactly that's what I said. The women vote, the Ladali Lakshmi, the social schemes that he gave, absolutely swung it. By the way, that Chandrasekhar Azad was also fought on 86 seats. कुछ हुआ नहीं. Then I saw some really dumb analysis where Congresses were like, अरे समाजवादी पार्टी जो है उसके साथ अलाय करते तो अच्छा होता. हाँ,
What?
समाजवादी पार्टी के साथ आप अलाय करते तो 5 सीट आती. चलो आप you will go from 66 to 70 with UPA. Chalo, I will even give you 10 seats. BJP still gets 153. You, this is, you have to admit one thing and one thing. This is not a vote against Congress. This is a vote for the
Vote
BJP.
for Mamaji.
This is a vote for Shivraj Singh Chauhan. And there is another organization I would like to give credit, because someone actually said this, that initially the BJP was looking at replacing Mamaji, right, as maybe with a different place. But one organization had it's firmly allied, that was the RSS. And the
Obviously.
RSS worked massive. This was the win of the old Vajpayee style thing. But then Mamaji had a meeting with Mr. Modi. things were sorted out. He was the face. Jyotiraditya Scindia, it was debated, what will he do? He delivered too. And except for a little bit of the Chindwara belt, the Jabalpur belt, where the Congress got a little bit of vote, but even in the Jabalpur city, BJP swept. Um, Congress was defeated. Even in the Ratlam, the tribal areas, a little bit of gains made by the Congress party. But the biggest shock to them came from central Madhya Pradesh. The central Madhya Pradesh, mein jahan last time they made the gains, Mama ji ne completely saaf kar diya,
Yeah.
and that
And
was the election.
they don't understand what is happening. They keep going back to the old tropes. Even in Rajasthan, by the way,
Hmm,
this was a
hmm,
report in the Hindustan Times by Senjuti Sengupta,
hmm,
and the title of this is BJP wins 50 seats where women voted more than men. Congress bags
hmm,
30. So
hmm,
I'm going to read this verbatim. It's a very short report on 3rd December 2023. Yesterday, I think, in
hmm,
around 41,006 rural booths in 33 districts in the state identified by the election department, women voted higher in around 19 districts than
hmm,
men, while the corresponding figure was 6 in urban areas. Women
hmm,
voters who remained at the center of Chief Minister Ashok Gehlot-led government's attention in the last 5 years with the slew of welfare schemes targeting them, the 48% of population of Rajasthan seem to have delivered a verdict against the party.
hmm,
The Bharatiya Janata Party has been leading in 50 of the 88 seats in the state where the women's turnout was recorded higher than men's, while Congress has barely managed 30. I mean,
hmm,
whether you like it or not, guys, BJP has cultivated a hardcore female vote bank.
hmm.
And this
Yes.
has been a trend line, not just now, it's been going on for a while. The BJP has been cultivating this trend line for a while. Now, there was an article written in India Today titled Why More Women Voted for the BJP in 2022 Elections. It was by Rahul Verma, right?
Hmm,
And people, I just want to show this stuff to you guys. Okay, I'm gonna put it up on the screen and just look at the chart so that you guys understand what's happening, right? So women
hmm,
outnumber men. Higher turnout among women voters in BJP one states.
hmm.
Just look at this: Uttar Pradesh, Uttarakhand, Manipur, and Goa. Just
Wow.
look at this. And 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 these are the facts. And
Hmm.
BJP has just targeted women like anything. They believe in getting women votes.
By the
Women
way,
vote for the BJP.
so I think we can safely conclude that Mama ji will be the next CM of Madhya Pradesh. I thought that if
Yeah,
BJP got less
yeah.
than
इधर
125,
इधर कोई भी किंतु परंतु if but नहीं है. इधर कुछ
hmm,
नहीं है ऐसा. It's Mama ji all the way.
there
He's
is
going to be
no
your
Mr. Scindia,
Mr.
no Mr. Vijay Vargiya. Actually, Mr.
No, no,
Vijay
no, no,
Vargiya का
nothing.
तो discussion ही बैठ गया था कल. The minute the
Yeah, yeah.
results came, it was Mama ji all the way.
It was all
What is
over.
interesting is Narottam Mishra losing his seat. Narottam Mishra was the outgoing home minister, so that just gives Mamaji a chance to replace him with a newer home minister and stuff. So वो देखने वाली बात होगी. By the way, Kushal, someone just messaged me on Twitter
Hmm.
with a link. I have not confirmed it. 20 MLAs have just reached Vasundhara Raje's house for dinner in
Nice,
Rajasthan. हाँ, so
nice,
so अगर
nice.
अगर अगर हैदराबादी बिरयानी एक जगह पक रही है तो दूसरी जगह केर सांगड़ी बन रही है. And
Nice,
then we'll
nice,
see.
nice, nice. And by the way, another great graphic shared by First Post was the
Hmm,
journey of Madhya Pradesh politics. I think this was very interesting too.
hmm,
Um, how look it starts with Congress, Congress, Congress,
hmm,
president's rule, Congress, Congress, president's rule. Then you have
hmm,
Janta Party, president's rule, Congress, Congress, BJP. Then you have this, I think, Samyukt Vidhayak Dal and president's rule period. Then you have Congress, then BJP, 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 a bit of Congress, boom, BJP. BJP has just
hmm.
taken over the state from 2003,
Yeah, yeah,
man. And it's just
absolutely.
gone completely saffron, the state. It has
Completely
completely
saffron.
saffron.
राजस्थान तो आप बोल सकते हैं कि revolving door policy है, but मध्य प्रदेश तो completely saffron. But before we go into national implications, we have to go over the reactions and the meltdown of the left or
Yeah,
something.
yeah. So, yeah. So, before, there are multiple ways. So, there are some hilarious, stupid, funny reactions. and then there are some seriously diabolical reactions. Like, so one of the funniest threads that I came across in this entire freaking thing was this thread lined up by this handle called क्या नाम है handle का @leftist ls, Indian leftists posting their losses online. So, so look at these, one after the other. At least now Congress should realize that you can't fight Hindutva with soft Hindutva. Wow. Then Cowbelt always drags India down. Illiterate communal bigots don't want development. This is an actual handle saying this. Another handle: results from 4 state elections show that for majority of Indians, secularism be damned. Only religion
Sorry.
matters. Deeply disturbing.
Can you reshare, because I strangely lost internet for like a few seconds, but now I'm back. So I hope
Okay.
you can hear me.
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you.
Okay,
So,
perfect.
okay, so I want to read the next one. Elections done and dusted. Anyone has good recommendations on OTT? वैसे ही movie देख ले यार. I just want to read what nonsense we.
हाँ,
Congress social media has zero understanding of the crowd. They keep just sharing unreasonable victory claims before elections. Okay, this is normal.
is normal.
Somebody said he gave an interview to Navika. तभी समझ जाना चाहिए था he is BJP's favorite. Oh my God. And then some lady says, hence proved South is aware and North is still lagging behind. Then somebody says, just woke up to see people surprised over the BJP sweeping the elections. I am surprised. They are surprised. They don't understand polarization and anti-Muslim bigotry is flourishing across the country. All right. And Sanjay Jhaji, Hindutva trumps social and economic issues. The Congress needs to understand this. Being ambivalent is not an option. Congress once owned nationalism and secularism proudly. Then again, Hindi belt is unbelievable. Don't you think they are all about Mutra and Gobar? That's enough for
Wow.
them. I mean, I want to read these messages. Then somebody says the Hindis have again shown how stupid they are.
No, there are few others also. So the chief dog whistler of the
नहीं नहीं
Congress.
भाई मैं तेरे को बताता हूँ ना. I'm gonna start, and I mean I
राम
don't know
गुहा से
what.
शुरुआत करनी है, कहाँ से शुरुआत करनी है, आप
No,
बोलिए.
no, just
हाँ, सॉरी,
wait
टेक योर टाइम प्लीज. हाँ.
मतलब एक एक करके मैं तेरे को वीडियो सुनाता हूँ. ये जो अरफा खानूम हाइपरबोली है, अच्छा ये छोड़ दे. ये मतलब आई मीन व्हाट नॉनसेंस आर पीपल सेइंग. ये कोई सलील त्रिपाठी है. सलील मतलब इसको जलील करना है मेरे को अभी.
सलील,
इसका
हाँ.
ये
No,
जलील
I
त्रिपाठी.
quoted him. हाँ.
I know correlation isn't causality, but the states have lower literacy, lower female literacy, lower female labor force participation, higher use of Hindi, higher population, higher fertility, and lower tolerance of meat eating seem to prefer voting for BJP. आदित्य, अगर मैंने मीट ईटिंग नंबर शेयर कर लिए है, इंडिया की 3 स्टेट्स तो सबसे ज्यादा वेजिटेरियन है. नंबर 1 राजस्थान. इट्स अ फ्लिप फ्लॉप. कांग्रेस बीजेपी होता रहता है. सेकंड नंबर, बाय द वे, लोगों को पता नहीं है, पंजाब हरियाणा है. पंजाब में कौन सी बीजेपी आती है भाई? बकवास
पंजाब
करी
इज
जा रहे
एक्चुअली
हो.
मोर वेजिटेरियन देन गुजरात.
या इवन मोर देन गुजरात. और हरियाणा है. फिर इनको एक तो ये भी नहीं मालूम है कौन सी स्टेट वेजिटेरियन है, कौन सी नॉन वेजिटेरियन है इंडिया में. ये छोड़ दो. इनको ये तक नहीं मालूम है कि पोल आफ्टर पोल, डेटा आफ्टर डेटा शोज दैट द मोर एजुकेटेड यू गेट, द मोर यू टेंड टू वोट फॉर बीजेपी. Irrespective, the more educated people tend to vote for BJP. और ये जलील इंसान, ये जलील त्रिपाठी, ये ऐसी बकवास कर रहा है. मैं कभी नाम नहीं लेता हूं, आज मैं नाम लूंगा.
हाँ, no, so I actually called him out. और मतलब सलील, I've called सलील भाई out for बेवकूफ. खुद गुजराती है, मैं उसको मतलब I call him out on multiple things and stuff because he doesn't just get restricted to this election. Na? This insanity gets tenfold, 10 manifold in this. Basically, I was thinking that this is a coping mechanism. It's not. It's not a coping mechanism.
It's genuine bigotry.
They are getting ready to justify the 2024 election loss to basically saying the South lost to the North and the West. Let's talk about percentages, right? For 39% of Telangana voted for Congress. More than 40% voted for of Madhya Pradesh and Chhattisgarh voted for Congress. If you are just looking in terms of percentages, more percentage of North Indians have voted for Congress and less percentages of South Indians have voted for Congress. आप क्या बकवास कर रहे हो, right? और कांग्रेस का मैं लॉजिक बोलूं तो 60% of Telangana has actually voted against the Congress, because 39%, 37%, 60% तो कांग्रेस को तो 39 मिला, right? Because they, this is the logic they use when they say that 55% or 60% of the India voted for Mr. Modi. It's a flawed logic. We've always said that, but I'm using their own logic. So it is not true at all. 51.3% of Karnataka voted for Mr. Modi as Prime Minister in 2019. There,
Yes.
the ringleader of these left-wing idiots, Ram Guha, who, by the way, these idiots will talk about, and they are idiots. Okay, I'm sorry. This no scholar
They
talks
are
like
not
this.
just idiots. They are morons. They are
Yeah.
misguiding people.
So let's talk about dog whistle, right? Aaj subh, Ram Guha, in his infinite wisdom, quoted some Australian philosopher in 1966 about how South and North are different. Okay, now that till 1966, Ram Guha's beloved Nehru was in power. You know, whom he cannot see anything wrong. Nehru, and then Shastri was in power. So technically, was Nehru doing bigotry with South India? Like,
Oh,
what
yeah.
are you talking about?
As of now, Ram Guha's Congress has 29. BJP has 30 MPs in southern India, yaar.
Nay, but and also, what is this North and South? If really, if they want to do the North South divide or something, right? These guys are sometimes, I think, dumber than even Shiv Sena. Like I like
Bhai,
at least.
Shiv Sena is a established political party. Whatever Uddhav ji and Aditya have made of the party is a separate issue. But Shiv Sena is an ideology-driven party. ये लोग कौन है यार? ये लोग साले अभी बोलना नहीं चाहिए मुंह से इतनी गंदी गालियां निकलेंगी. ये तो कल अपनी आत्मा बेच दे ये सारे लोग.
No, I want to ask. So there is a constituency in Mumbai called Sayan Koliwada. Okay, there is the guy who won as BJP face. His name is Captain R. Tamil Selvan. He won twice. He is the first Tamil elected as the MLA from Mumbai. His father, I think, was a communist. My question is, he defeated Shiv Sena's Mangesh Satamkar and Congress's Ganesh Kumar Yadav, right? So if BJP gives someone from South India a ticket in North India or a ticket in Maharashtra, what is that? Why are you? It's not an issue. There are people from South India living in different parts of North India. There are people from North India living in different parts of East and South India. This bigotry is only going to divide us further. And let me say,
Yeah.
who's making it worse? It's not just the people, the leftist Dravidians from South India. There are a few idiotic Mamta Banerjee supporters from Bengal who are amping up this voice. Oh, BJP is not a factor in East. Are bhai, last elections BJP was the number 2 party in Bengal. Yes, Mamata won the election, but BJP got 39 to 40% of the vote share. वो कहाँ मतलब ऊपर से आया? Where are those 40% Bengalis who are voting for BJP? They are right next to you. So what is this bigotry? This, in this first past the post system or the winner takes all, they are forgetting that there are people who have different sort of perspectives. And it's nothing to do with North, South India and stuff like that. A lot of these elections are localized. As simple as that.
ये
So,
एक और घटिया औरत को मैं थोड़ा टाइम देना चाहता हूँ उसकी क्लिप्स बजा के. ये घटिया औरत जो ये पता नहीं है वायर या लायर जिसपे भी वो काम करती है, अरफा खानूम हाइपरबली, ये घटिया औरत, इसको जरा मेरे को थोड़ा टाइम देना. इसकी 3-4 क्लिप्स बजाऊंगा और ये घटिया औरत को सुनो.
क्योंकि जब आप मध्य प्रदेश, आप घूमे मध्य प्रदेश में,
हाँ.
तो जब आप मध्य प्रदेश जा रहे थे तो ये जो सॉफ्ट हिंदुत्व की लगातार राजनीति है, जाहिर है हम में से यहाँ कोई भी इस बात से सहमत नहीं हो सकता, लेकिन एक सोच ये भी है कि हिंदुत्व का दबाव भारत की राजनीति पर इतना है कि आप एक आदर्शवादी, एक आइडियलिस्टिक पॉलिटिक्स नहीं कर सकते और थोड़ा सा इधर भी खुश करना पड़ेगा. एक बार चुनाव जीत लेते हैं तो सेक्युलर पॉलिटिक्स करेंगे. क्या इस समझौते में कोई दम है?
देखिए, इसमें क्या है, ये बहुत स्लिपरी स्लोप है. आप इलेक्शन के पहले कहें कि मैं थोड़ा-सा अभी व्यावहारिक हो जाता हूँ और हिंदुत्व का भी कार्ड खेल लेता हूँ और फिर बाद में कहेंगे कि मैं सेकुलर पॉलिटिक्स करूँगा, तो वो जो स्टेक होल्डर है वो आपके ऊपर प्रेशर बनाता है, तो आप कह नहीं सकते कि चुनाव के बाद, जीतने के बाद किस तरह से वो
फिर वो
निकल
कहते हैं
के
कि भाई
आएगा,
सत्ता से
नतीजा
बाहर
आएगा।
रहने का क्या फायदा, सत्ता में एक बार आ जाते हैं
तो
फिर देखते
फिर
हैं।
वही बात है, फिर तो मसला ये हो गया कि आप सत्ता के लिए केवल कर रहे हैं, आपकी कोई आइडियोलॉजिकल वो लाइन नहीं है।
लेकिन किसी भी आइडियोलॉजी के लिए सत्ता में रहना भी बहुत जरूरी है। अगर आप विपक्ष में
ये घटिया औरत, और नहीं इसको तो मैं अभी घटिया औरत ही बोलूंगा, ये घटिया औरत क्या समझती है हिंदुत्व कर क्या रहा है, ये लोग जानना चाहते हैं। और ये काफी नहीं था ये घटिया औरत का एक और वीडियो, मतलब क्या यार ये किस लेवल की घटिया औरत है ये, मतलब मैं क्या कहूं, मुझे समझ में नहीं आ रहा है। ये सुना अभी अभी ये सुन, मतलब दुख दर्द पीड़ा, ये किस किस्म की बंदी है यार, ये लोग कैसे लोग हैं, ये
ये
लोग
वो
क्यों लोग हैं?
ये वो ओवाईसी वाला है, वो लव लव स्टोरी वाला, बिकॉज आई प्लग्ड दैट इन द मॉर्निंग।
सुन 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 ये
है कि उससे बिजली, सड़क, पानी, बैंक अकाउंट, उसे अपने बच्चों के लिए कपड़े, शिक्षा, रोजगार, ये तमाम चीजें चाहिए। मैं हैरान हूं इस बात को आपको बताते हुए, खुश भी हूं कि काफी हद तक इस पूरी हिंदी पट्टी में भी देख लें, मैं तेलंगाना तक तो नहीं गई, लेकिन राजस्थान, मध्य प्रदेश में अगर आप देखें, छत्तीसगढ़ में भी मेरी सहयोगी गई थी, उन सबके जरिए पता ये चलता है कि ये राष्ट्रवाद का मुद्दा या फिर जो
सुबह था,
सांप्रदायिकता का मुद्दा है, इसे काफी हद तक कांग्रेस पार्टी के कैंपेन ने कंटेन किया है, इसको
ये सुबह
काबू
था
में
जब
रखा
तक
है।
रिजल्ट नहीं आए
और
थे।
योजनाओं के बदले
हाँ।
योजनाओं की
और
बात हो
बाद में
रही है। अभी
देखना
छत्तीसगढ़ का भी आप जिक्र कर लें तो उधर बात हो रही है कि किस तरह से हम किसानों को बेहतर वो देंगे, बेहतर दाम देंगे धान के। तो दूसरी तरफ बात हो रही है, जो न्याय स्कीम की बात हो रही है, राहुल गांधी
न्याय स्कीम,
देश से बाहर जाकर दुनिया भर में छत्तीसगढ़ और राजस्थान का मॉडल जो इंटरनेशनल
माय
यूनिवर्सिटीज हैं
गॉड।
उनको बता के आए हैं।
नहीं
तो
ये इतनी
ये भी एक
घटिया
मेरे ख्याल से
झूठ
एक तरह
बोलने
से
वाली औरत है
बहुत
ये।
नहीं नहीं
प्लेजेंट
है,
सरप्राइज है
अच्छा है,
कि राहुल
बिकॉज
गांधी
अगर
जैसा
ये
नेता।
यूनिवर्सिटीज में आरफा खानम जैसे लोग पढ़ते हैं तो दे माइट टेक राहुल गांधी स्टॉक सीरियसली, राइट? बिकॉज
भाई ये
बट आई
कितना
वुड,
झूठ बोलती है यार, ये मतलब ये बंदी, इसको शर्म भी नहीं आती क्या, इसको झूठ
नहीं नहीं,
बोलने से
no,
शर्म नहीं
she
आती?
actually, there is another clip that I tweeted. If you go to my Twitter timeline, आप लोग देख सकते हैं, where she said कि आप ऐसा बोल सकते हैं कि there is people in Madhya Pradesh and Chhattisgarh are like jilted lovers when it comes to BJP, कि they will always go
ओ यार
back
वो
no
भी मैं
matter what.
दिखाता हूँ तेरे को,
हाँ,
वो भी मैं दिखाता
so
हूँ,
I
वो भी
no
मैं
no I
दिखाता
want
हूँ।
to ask, this question. If you want
नहीं
to
नहीं,
show that
सुनो ना
clip,
ना, सुनो सुनो सुनो, वो घटिया
हाँ,
क्लिप भी सुनो ना, ये घटिया इंसान की एक घटिया क्लिप सुनो ये।
बात
मैं
कहना चाहती हूँ,
हाँ
ये चीज जो हमें समझ में नहीं आ रही, कहा जाता है जब समझ में ना आए तो क्या है, इसका मतलब वो प्यार है। यानी कोई व्यक्ति जिसकी शक्ल सूरत अच्छी ना हो, उसके पास कोई अच्छी नौकरी भी ना हो, और वो लड़की उसके प्यार में पड़
हाँ,
जाती है, पूछते हैं लोग इसमें क्या देखा, तो प्यार है। तो यही
या
मैं कहना चाहती हूँ, जिसको अतुल कह रहे थे कि मामा के साथ भावनात्मक रूप से जुड़ गए, मैं कहती हूँ कि भारत में अब चुनाव भावनात्मक चुनाव हो रहे हैं,
मतलब अंधा
इमोशनल
प्यार,
वोटिंग हो रही है, जिसमें
अंधी
आप ये नहीं
मोहब्बत।
देख रहे, अंधी मोहब्बत है कि आप पूछ रहे हैं कि बीजेपी में क्या देखा, आप पूछ रहे हैं कि 18 साल में आपके इतने बदतरीन हालात थे, आप फिर उसी पार्टी को वापस
लेकिन
क्यों लाना
लेकिन
चाहते हैं?
आप अरफा, जो रिपोर्ट्स मध्य प्रदेश से आ रही थी उसमें ग्रामीण इलाकों में बहुत अच्छा वो हुआ है, वोटिंग हुआ है, और खासकर महिलाओं ने किया है। तो जो लाडली बहन योजना है उसने भी गेम
सुनते जा
चेंजर का
सुनते
काम
जा।
किया है।
योजनाओं का वादा तो कांग्रेस पार्टी ने, ये योजनाएं राजस्थान में फिर कांग्रेस के लिए क्यों नहीं काम कर रही हैं? जिन योजनाओं को मैंने खुद फर्स्ट हैंड देखा, मैं किसी का सेकंड हैंड एनालिसिस नहीं पढ़ रही हूँ, मैंने खुद देखा। तो अगर ये भावनात्मक लगाव कांग्रेस पार्टी से राजस्थान में होता तो इन तमाम स्कीमों से जो अशोक गहलोत हैं वो जीत गए होते। इस चीज को सिर्फ और सिर्फ, इस पूरी ऐसी हार जिसको कोई एक्सप्लेन नहीं कर सकता, उसे सिर्फ एक चीज एक्सप्लेन कर सकती है, वो है इमोशनल वोटिंग। लोगों ने अपनी रोजमर्रा की जो परेशानियां, तकलीफें और दर्द हैं, उन्हें एक किनारे रखकर अपनी पार्टी को वोट दे रहे हैं। इसलिए मैं आपसे बार बार ये कह रही हूँ कि दो चीजें समझने वाली हैं। देखिए, हम शुतुरमुर्ग बन के अगर रेत में अपना सर दे
अच्छा,
दें और ये समझने की कोशिश करें कि हम बहुत बड़े चुनावी पंडित हैं, सिर्फ हम जानते हैं, जो चीज एक्सप्लेन नहीं की जा सकती वो यही है कि इस पूरे क्षेत्र को हिंदुत्व की प्रयोगशाला बनाया गया है। और न सिर्फ जिस तरह से पुतुल जी कह रहे थे, मैं 100% उनके साथ हूं इसमें, कि इस प्रयोगशाला में और ज्यादा जो रसायन डालने का काम कर रहे हैं वो कांग्रेस पार्टी के छत्रप कर रहे हैं। ये वक्त है सीधे कांग्रेस पार्टी को ये देखने का कि 6 महीने पहले आप ये देखिए, उत्तर प्रदेश, गुजरात, मध्य प्रदेश, राजस्थान, उत्तराखंड, और ये अगर आप मिला,
एक मिनट, ये कहती है कि ये गलत राजनीति कर रहे हैं, ये फलाना कर रहे हैं, ढिमकाना कर रहे हैं ना। आदिप, मैंने पर्सनली सांसद आदर्श ग्राम योजना में काम किया है, एक मेंबर ऑफ पार्लियामेंट, एक सांसद के साथ। ये ना, मैं तेरे को दो तस्वीरें दिखाना चाहता हूं। कांग्रेस में भी स्कीमें आती है और काम होता है ना, मैं मजाक नहीं कर रहा हूं। People don't know this. Congress also had a bathroom scheme. Now I will show you the bathroom that was made under the Congress scheme. I am not making this up for people who are doubting me. This is literally what Congress gave you under their scheme. This is the image. Adit, 2,000 rupees used to be distributed under the Congress bathroom scheme, and this is what you got under the Congress bathroom scheme. This is my photo taken from my camera in a village that I worked on. I spent hours in that village, and kudos to the member of parliament Poonam Mahajan who gave me that opportunity and the freedom to work with zero interference. She told me, "तू जा, तुझे जो करना है कर." ये है कांग्रेस का विकास.
And is this what Arfa Khanam saw and saw कि मैंने भी देखा है
This
progress.
is what that liar saw. This is what that third class woman, that liar saw. And let me show you what then we did. And I say this, we, with Poonam Mahajan, thanks to the government officers over there, the collector of that time, the Gram Sevak of that time, the people of that village. This is what we made.
Wow. Good job, you guys. Really. I'm
the
serious.
difference.
And I'm not saying this
This
because
is
you are
the
a friend.
difference.
This is amazing. Outstanding. Guys, थोड़ा एक thumbs up दे दो, like कर दो कुशल को, send some applause his way, यार. This is brilliant in the stream.
Built solar panels, got power in every house, set up a factory there where women work. आज भी काम करते हैं उस गांव में लोग. ये लोग बात करते हैं, लोग बीजेपी को वोट क्यों करते हैं, बीजेपी को वोट क्यों करते हैं. ये याद रखना, ये दो फोटो, ये और ये फोटो याद रखना. ये इसीलिए बीजेपी को वोट करते हैं लोग और कांग्रेस को नहीं करते. ये थर्ड क्लास लोग हैं.
Absolutely.
बोलते हैं लोगों को बेवकूफ.
No question about it. So वो तो मैं मानता हूँ, but इन लोग, first of all, let me tell you something. इनका जो energy level था stream पे, that went from a election analysis to a funeral march in the end of it. ऐसा लग रहा था by 12 o'clock ऐसा लग रहा है कि सब चौथे पे बैठे हैं और एक फोटो पीछे लगी हुई.
मैं दिखाऊं तेरे को एक फ्यूनरल मार्च में दिखाऊं तेरे को. हंस के पागल हो गए. शेफाली ने मस्त वीडियो शेयर किया.
तो दिखा मुझे, पर मैं बोल रहा हूँ, someone actually said something that our stream has more views than their funeral march. More like viewers. I just have to say this. So my
Shefali Vaidya on Twitter shared this. Shefali is like, someone give Hartosh a box of tissues already. The guy is about to burst in tears. ये देखा, ये मस्त है.
And when all things seem to be equal, that is what really counts over everything else.
Okay.
And all things were equal. In terms of a vision or a developmental plank, there was nothing that the Congress had offered that the BJP was not already offering. There probably would be a divide in the gender vote. But going beyond that, if you look at the distribution of how the state has voted at the moment, if you look below the Narmada towards the Gond areas or towards Rajasthan where the Bhils dominate, it does not seem the Congress has done that badly. It is in the rest of the state. In the intervening areas, large OBC population. I think the upper caste vote is in any case a lost
upper caste को गाली दे दो
for the Congress. It's not going to touch it. You can dance, you can strip in temples, you can wear dhotis, you can put tikas. It's not going to make any difference.
Strip in temples.
Suna.
I mean, strip down and all you want to display your suddenly Shiv Bhakti. It's not going to help you much.
Strip in temples.
So, you want to build on a base of at least the Adivasi support in Madhya Pradesh has been.
First of all, no, Kushal, अब मेरे फटने की बारी है. So एक second.
बोल, फट जा.
These jackasses think that the upper caste of India are the reason why everyone is going. India में upper caste की population कितनी है? 15%, 20%. आप चलो मध्य प्रदेश में, हाँ, तो आपको क्या लगता है? सिर्फ 15% इंडिया मंदिरों में जाता है, बाकी का 75% क्या मंदिरों के बाहर सेक्युलर
मरवा रहा है ना वो अपनी, मरवा रहा है वो अपनी.
These idiots do not know that the OBC vote has gone lock, stock and barrel to that. Let's look at their most hated Hindutva chief minister in the history of the BJP. Who was that? Mr. Kalyan Singh. Was Mr. Kalyan Singh an upper caste minister? No, he wasn't. Mr. Narendra Modi, was he an upper caste leader? No, he wasn't. Neither is Shivraj Singh Chauhan. What are you talking about? This people like Hartosh Singh Bal will, display their casual bigotry along with Salil Tripathi. Actually, I can draw a correlation. Hartosh Singh Bal, Salil Tripathi, Ram Guha. The upper caste leftists are the biggest bigots. The upper caste right wingers aren't. That
Yeah.
is the reality. That is the reality. Those sitting in the studios, they are the ones doing this caste divide. Why did none of these idiots say that OBC survey का क्या हुआ? बिहार बड़ा कास्ट सर्वे कांग्रेस तो बोल रही थी ना कि बिहार के कास्ट सर्वे का तो मध्य प्रदेश में इंपैक्ट होगा और कास्ट सर्वे इज गोइंग टू बी अ सर्जिकल स्ट्राइक इन द इलेक्शन. क्या हुआ? नथिंग.
कुछ नहीं.
You
Another image I want to share with you
हाँ
to back you up on
हाँ
the screen. This was shared by Shamika Ravi. And she said, whenever you encounter a lazy analyst who explains Indian voter behavior using Hindutva, etc., show them the ground reality. Adit, can you talk about this? Look at the caste and religion. Access to electricity by the 20% of the poorest households.
right. And
look at where
you
the number has increased. Look at how
No,
the
no.
Muslim percentage has increased.
there
Hindu
is
percentage has increased.
there is one big thing, Kushal, that people don't understand कि electricity now अब मेरे अंदर का engineer बोलेगा, you cannot just create electricity खाली जमीन देखी और electricity की तार खींच दी. You need to build infrastructure. So a lot of where the general category stays, there was existing infrastructure. So it is easier to go from 73 to 93% because you are making improvement. In a lot of villages where significant amount of the ST, SC, OBC population was, India mein majority of the population used to live in villages, still does. You have to build the infrastructure, you have to get the electricity, you have to get the water to that. वो सारा infrastructure का तो दिखता नहीं है जो आप लोग ने वो बनाया. So the first 4 or 5 years you build the infrastructure, then extend it, and then do this, and that is why this is significant.
So just for the audio viewers, right? So NFHS4 14-15 was 53%, right? This is for the poorest household. NHFS5 19 to 21, it has gone from 53% to 81%. By religion, Muslim 50% say 86%. For Hindus, 52% say 85%. So there is no discrimination on the basis of religion when it comes to policy delivery. So general category was at 73%, gone to 93. OBC 50 say 86. SC 45 say 82. ST 42 say 81. यार क्या बकवास चालू है? Why do these people lie? And Shamika had shared another thing, the entire working paper, which was EAC PM working paper series, the Secular Democracy in Practice, which was an objective assessment of amenities programs in India. If you guys want to go and check out that Economic Advisory Council to the Prime Minister April 2023 paper, I would highly urge all of you to go read these policy documents and understand the fundamental delivery that is happening under the Bharatiya Janata Party. These things are real. Nobody is making them up. You know why I know this? Because I was freaking part of it. That's why I know this. Because I was part of it. And unlike those assholes in the news laundry, I don't lie. I am a BJP voter.
Yes.
And those assholes that keep saying, oh, we are independent. Fuck you, you are not independent.
They're not. None of them are independent, nor are they doing. And if you want to show Ram Guha's tweet from this morning, because he's the godfather na, of these independent brigades.
उसका भेजना ट्वीट, वो साले को मैं देखता नहीं हूँ, मेरे को बहुत चिढ़ मस्ती उसको देख के, मगर आज मैं उसको दिखाऊंगा.
मैं अपना ही भेजता हूँ जिसमें मैंने राम गुहा को I called him out, so you can see both. I mean, this is a naked bigotry. What they are trying to say is like, हम लोग ऐसे हैं तो बाकी का इंडिया ऐसा क्यों नहीं है भाई? Because बाकी का इंडिया प्रिविलेज नहीं है. बाकी का इंडिया wants the help from the government. बाकी का इंडिया has to deal with the day-to-day effects of the government. They have to go to, they have houses to run, they have families to feed, they have children to send to school. They are not sitting where you do. They don't have estates or farmhouses gifted to them by favorite parties. Right? So
let us talk about that, right? So this is that jackass's tweet. Let me first air this jackass's tweet. Yeah, so Ramchandra Guha says, quote, by Walter Crockett, former Australian High Commissioner to India, writing in 1966.
This
His quote is,
this is what
South
dog
India.
whistling is. This is what
Yeah,
dog
yeah, no,
whistling is.
yeah. Let this asshole's quote be shared. Nah, South India has counted for too little in the Indian Republic. This is a waste for India as well as an unfairness to South India, because the South has a superiority in certain important things. It is in its relative lack of violence and its lack of anti-Muslim intolerance, its better educational standards, its taste of Hindu revivalism. Listen, man, the fucking reality is these cunts don't do. And I am going to swear now, and I apologize because I'm so fucking irritated by these assholes that they always do this. They know no card is working against the BJP. So these fuckers will play the north-south card, because that's all these people have. That's all they have. The north-south card.
नहीं, पर वो कार्ड भी तो देख के खेलो. ये पता है क्या है? बोल रहे हैं मेरे पास तुरुप का एक है, लेकिन दिख जो कर रहा है. It's not even relevant. What are they playing north south? If they go out in the north and south, are they going to say that South India is a monolith? Since Ram Guha wants to talk about north south, why doesn't he take a mic and talk to the people in Tamil Nadu and say, under the lines of Mr. Nehru, I think all the Kaveri water should be split evenly between Karnataka and Tamil Nadu.
Yeah.
Why doesn't he say this? Heart of Chennai में जाके बोलो ना. तब तो and they will not even go to the villages of Tamil Nadu. They are not going to go to the areas around Coimbatore. They are not going to go to they will stay in areas of Chennai. They'll say in their ITC cholas and the Taj Coromandels, and then they will say that they have understood the entire Tamil Nadu after listening to a 5-minute presentation from MK Stalin and his Dravidian advisors. Right? And why? Sorry. One
another
addition.
Piece of shit adding bigotry to back you up. Look at this piece of shit. Joy Das. Reality of India is that a laborer from UP who will go to Kerala to earn a living and get a better life will still vote for BJP in UP to support his religion. I mean, what kind of fucked up shit is this, man?
There is a Gujarati word for this, gadhedo.
No, what kind of fucked up shit are we doing? You know, the last time I lost it on that piece of shit Gideon Haig, when he painted the entire Gujarati community in a certain way. Now these shitheads will paint all of UP in a certain way. अबे सालो, नहीं चाहिए ना UP का आदमी तुम्हारे वहां नहीं आए तो उनको हायर मत करो. तुम्हारे को वो they are literally helping you run your factories. Have some fucking decency. No. These are the bigots of society.
And these morons will talk about people in, say, the West, when they talk, when a lot of the far right in the West speaks shit about immigrants, these morons will sound progressive. How is this any different? This is worse than what some crazy Trump supporters also had to say.
Exactly.
This is much worse, right? So there is or Gideon Haig ko humne jab gaali di thi, we were saying कि Gideon Haig का godfather was Ram Guha.
Yeah.
And that's exactly, so this is where they get their knowledge from, right? And the second thing is what are we talking about this migration, right? It's a basic thing. If you go to the South India, if you go to a lot of first of all, these guys morons haven't traveled or talked to real people.
They never talk to anyone because they're assholes.
A lot of these farmers, their kids have studied, they are now doing financially well, and the kids do not want to farm. So what do? They will go professional. They'll take professional jobs. So then who is going to work on the farm?
Kerala wale Gulf mein kyun jaate hain? Gulf. Why do they go to Gulf?
Exactly. So but I will tell them in a tone they understand. The Yogendra Yadav tone. So I'm going to tell the leftists that they have to understand that the people in the south of India are refusing to do a lot of field work. So what will they do? They will have to hire laborers from somewhere. That is why they hire from elsewhere. And it's a problem of supply and demand, you idiots. That is how economics works. That is the reason why people immigrate. People emigrate within state. And India is one country. The last time I checked, So I don't understand. This is all your passport says India. Your passport doesn't say Republic of South India, Republic of North India. So they are free to do wherever the heck they want. If I want to go and set up a shop in Meghalaya, no one is stopping me from doing that.
Oh yeah, and talking about that shithead, Miss
Yogendra Yadav,
तो उसकी भी एनालिसिस सुन के मुझे ऐसा लगा कि यार ये क्या हो रहा है, मतलब मेरी लाइफ में ऐसा क्यों हो रहा है, मैं ऐसे लोगों के बीच में क्यों फंस गया हूँ। ये जरा इंडिया टुडे का ये एक छोटा सा क्लिप है, इसका मैं कुछ पार्टी पढ़ एक 1.5 मिनट ये सुन लेना।
Yogendra Yadav, Yogendra Yadav, BJP will say, मेरे पास मोदी है, मेरे पास according to Salman So's money है, media है, तुम्हारे पास क्या है? How do you respond? Do you believe that the opposition is in any position to provide, first of all, a narrative to challenge Mr. Modi? It's all very well to talk about money power, media power, resources, as Salman says, but where's the narrative? What's the narrative for the opposition in 2024?
राजदीप, जुमले का जवाब जुमले से देना हो तो मैं कह सकता हूं कि हमारे पास इस देश की आत्मा है, कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन है। खैर उसको छोड़ दीजिए, जुमलेबाजी करने हम यहाँ नहीं बैठे हुए हैं। More seriously, I would say that if these three, one of the laziest assumptions in politics is that the party which won the election must have run a great government and those who lost must have run a very poor government.
What kind of analysis is this, yaar? I just wanted to play this line. मतलब जो जीता उसने अच्छा काम नहीं किया। Now abuse him. Now abuse him.
I wish I could talk like Yogendra Yadav, not just in accent, but also in bullshittery. But
What a
such
cunt, man.
bullshit.
What an absolute cunt.
No, but let me. So let's talk a little bit about what they just talked, right? Ki kaun jeeta, kaun hara, and stuff like. Why can't you admit that what you are selling, the product you are selling, is not working?
Sucks.
That is the simple thing. In 2009, when the BJP fought under Mr. Advani lost the election. The BJP realized that, and they had a counter correction. They did not go saying India to aisa ho gaya, India to waisa ho gaya. And chalo, I will say three things which will defeat this entire North versus South argument. They don't like North Indians in South Indian teams. Get rid of Ruturaj Gaikwad, Ravindra Jadeja, and Mahendra Singh Dhoni out of Chennai Super Kings.
Yeah.
Why don't you do that?
Yeah, let's do that.
Ravindra Jadeja, a Gujarati who is the husband of a BJP sitting MLA, defeated Gujarat's franchise at the Narendra Modi Stadium in Ahmedabad only 8 months ago. And the entire city of Chennai was celebrating and Ahmedabad was in shock, as it should be. वहां आपको नॉर्थ साउथ डिवाइड नहीं दिख रहा है, वहां आपको ये नहीं दिख रहा है कि how embarrassing is this that we needed a Gujarati to defeat Gujarat in Gujarat. What nonsense. So if why does your north south, who is the biggest star of Royal Challengers Bangalore? Virat Kohli. Where does he come from? Mauritius?
Delhi.
So as north as it gets. So ab kya bakwas kar? Harshal Patel, people were jumping. Where does Harshal Patel come from? So ye north south divide, it sounds very lovely or something, but it does not work in any other fields. It does not work in election. It does not work when the crowds of Bengaluru chant Kohli, Kohli. Matlab mere rongte khade ho jate hain yaar. What are you talking about that? And I'm not an RCB supporter.
Yeah.
So
let me say this, that this podcast, why do I do this in English most of the time? Can Adit and I not speak in Hindi? We can, right? Why do we do it in English? Because we know our friends in southern India would also get to listen to it, right? Why do we do small gestures like starting with Mizoram, Telangana, Chattisgarh, and then go to the bigger states? Why do we do all these things? Because we're conscious of all these things. And this constant bigotry, man. They tried to do the caste survey thing. They मुंह पे पड़ी और क्या पड़ी है उनके, absolute मुंह पे पड़ी है. And every freaking time, man, it's just come to a point where they don't want to accept that, and the greatest thing was the old pension scheme that they wanted to bring back. Remember, they were saying we'll get the old pension scheme back. At least the people rejected that also. That was the big relief. The people rejected that. And listen, I know how the Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana works, Adit. I have personally worked and gotten like 100+ houses built. It is so well oiled, all these things that the Prime Minister's office does. That's why. So let's start taking questions now, because enough of me abusing. So okay, this is
नहीं
a
वो
good
भी
question.
करेंगे, but I'll have to leave in 10. Kushal may continue a little longer than that.
India might field one candidate versus BJP on INDIA, but the Indie Alliance might field one candidate on all seats. I disagree
Actually,
with this analysis. It's not possible.
it's not possible, but they would actually also be very suicidal, because if they make it Narendra Modi versus rest, that is where Mr. Modi eats his khakra, khaban, and dhokla. He will eat them all up. So
Yeah.
if you make it Mr. Modi versus the rest, he might get 50% of the vote nationally.
Yeah.
I think India has to be. Chalo, I'll put on an analyst hat for a second. For if the Congress wants to win something, Congress has to find a way to basically win 100 seats on its own. 100 to 100. That has to be the first benchmark, because you get 100 seats on your own, you reduce BJP to below 270 or 260, then you can maneuver elsewhere. If Congress cannot win more than 80, India Alliance, whatever it is, dot alliance is khatam.
Yeah. So yeah, the same point. Common opposition candidate versus BJP could be harder. I don't agree. Actually, it would make things easier for BJP.
नहीं, but also कौन है? मतलब Rahul Gandhi.
Yeah,
And
it's just,
will Congress accept any non-Gandhi as the prime ministerial
people
face?
don't realize
No.
how seat sharing is such a pain. Seat
Let
sharing
me
is
tell
such
you
a
one thing that Congress has gotten right. Mr. Kharge is the president. Because
Yeah.
whatever you say about the others, at least Kharge has stapled down on all the infightings to some
Yeah,
extent.
yeah,
And now
yeah,
that's
yeah,
another problem, that they don't have a product to sell, and they still keep going to Kamal Nath.
yeah. How politically powerful are the Reddys?
Very, very
Yeah,
politically,
yeah,
because they also have a lot of financial power and a lot of industries, and so it's not just political power. It is similar to the Jat vote in Punjab.
Mhm.
So Jats are only 20% of the Punjabi population, but again, influence, financial power and stuff, and that's a lot of construction and stuff. वो भी होता है. And again, Reddys are not powerful as a monolith though.
Mhm.
ऐसा नहीं होगा कि एक ही होगा, but there are going to be certain pockets where the Reddys are significant and powerful. But Congress has gotten a very weird mandate, where it has gotten the mandate of the rest of Telangana except for the Hyderabad. So how do they maneuver? How will they make inroads into Hyderabad? That's what remains to be seen. And
Yeah.
there is a huge difference, by the way, between Telangana Reddy and Andhra Reddys. So wo bhi, that's a big difference. Andhra Reddy is more powerful than Telangana Reddy group. So that is a big difference.
Yeah. So somebody has asked this question. Why doesn't BJP work in the South? BJP South में क्यों नहीं चलती है? I think it's not an entirely accurate assessment. In 2019, BJP got more Lok Sabha seats than Congress party. They got 30. Congress got 29. Secondly, I think BJP has not identified good leaders. I think the party cadre needs to do that. I think they need to crack the caste matrix, right? And I don't be surprised in the next 20 years, BJP will be a force to reckon with, even in southern India. So don't be surprised. This is a good question. Why is Ladli Behna Yojana not talked as freebie by BJP? Can I answer this question, if you don't mind?
Yeah,
Look,
please go for it.
at its core, right, you have to understand that BJP at its core functions in a very Rawlsian way, unlike the other political outfits in India. I would really request all of you to go and study John Rawls and his theory of social justice and compare it to what the Marxist theory of social justice is. And BJP follows Ekatma Manavvad, which is kind of John Rawls light, if you ask me personally. And one of the biggest reasons BJP's social schemes are far more targeted, far more directed, far better calculated. It's not like a random distribution, which is why I don't say BJP does the Revdi culture. It might have done in many occasions, but not in this particular scheme. Just letting you know, this is my answer. किसी ने लिखा है मेरी विधानसभा में 21 राउंड की काउंटिंग में एक प्रत्याशी 16 राउंड आगे रहा और दूसरा 5 में, लेकिन दूसरे वाला 5,000 से जीता और वो भी निर्दलीय. वेरी गुड, अच्छी है.
Wow,
ओके,
fascinating.
somebody has said, did you see the Hindutva Se Azadi march in Bengaluru? I think they're talking about the LGBT march. I mean, well, it is what it is. They are free to have those marches. I mean, I don't care. I really don't care. So somebody has said, Kushal, INC didn't win because of Wave or BJP. They won because of BJP, TDP. They didn't have Carter to fight 70 plus seats. TDP didn't contest to stop vote split. If not, Revan CM will be a Sitaka OBC. Okay, fair enough. This is more of a comment, not a question. Um, okay. I think one factor in MP could be the Bageshwar Baba. His influence increase could also lead to unity among some. Look, I don't deny that, because at the end of the day, when it comes to BJP, right, there is overt Hindutva and there is covert Hindutva, and overt and covert Hindutva keeps happening all the time. But I don't know if Adit has to add anything.
No, I agree with you. I mean, but also Kamal Nath is a wrong face. Na, आप overt Hindutva karo. The Congress should have actually nominated Scindia in 2018 when they came back to thing, and they didn't. And the Jyotiraditya is here. Rajmata Vijayaraja Scindia would be very happy today. Her daughter and her grandson on their own accord basically led the party she built to power. But ये North versus South का एक divide I will tell you which will rebut completely. In 1984, the BJP won 2 seats in the Lok Sabha. What were those 2 seats? One came from Gujarat, I think it was Mehsana. The other Lok Sabha seat was Hanamkonda. Where is Hanamkonda, right? Hanamkonda is in Telangana. Chendu Patla Janga Reddy, guess who he defeated? PV Narasimha Rao. So if this is whole north south divide, जब BJP को 2 seat मिली, even then in 1984 the South India, 1 seat came from South India. So stop this nonsense.
Yeah, they just the amount of bollocks that is spread, right? I don't know. So do LGBT rally attendees believe RSS is anti-LGBT, but OAC AIUDF is supporting of gay rights? What are these people smoking? I don't know. If I find this,
I'll tell you. No. I'll tell you where this is coming from. This nonsense comes from US and UK, unfortunately, because यहाँ पे क्या होता है? Where they start talking about, they bash sort of the Christian conservatives here. They equate that to the RSS, and over here they'll put the Islamists in the same league as but they are progressive and stuff, right? So this is the same rubbish that comes there. In fact, if you ask the Waqf board or the All India Muslim Personal Law Board, their view on homosexuality is actually much more bigoted than the most conservative Hindu view on it. This is not to say that I endorse. I mean, my views on it are very progressive. They are very well known, right? And ultimately, you have to have progressive laws, but unfortunately you are not going to have laws on them just by people making statements. They have to be the people that are bashing the RSS are the same people or I'm not going to say same people, but ideologically a lot of them are the same people who were on the live stream coming from the far left. So their argument with the RSS is because they need OIC to basically rally and have some votes behind them.
Okay, last 2 questions, and Adit, then I know you have to go. So do you think YSR will lose RS card with BJP next year?
The Rajya Sabha card? I did not understand the RS.
I don't know.
What is the?
I don't know.
No, because I mean, if they are talking about YSR, why Jagan Mohan Reddy, because YSR has passed away long ago. Why Jagan Mohan Reddy? I think no, Jagan Mohan is likely to win Andhra. I think BJP is a non-factor in Andhra Pradesh, except for a few MLAs. I don't, even though Puranteshwari is a good candidate they had, I think they are not a good in a good place there.
Okay. One last question before Adit goes. I will take the rest of the comments on the super chats. Like Kerala, can we see a breaking up of the Muslim-Christian vote in Telangana, Andhra in the future? Can BJP try to capture it? Also, can Conor McGregor be the next president in Ireland?
The second, I don't know. The first, especially, I think there is a chance, but it's tough because BJP has. I see a bigger chance of BJP making inroads in Odisha, and making there, because Naveen has named his successor. It's an IAS officer. I think Jai Panda has been kept away from Odisha. I think BJP, after Naveen retires, I think is going to unleash Jai Panda and nominate him as a face. And I think that's whatever deal that Mr. Modi and Mr. Patnaik have struck. BJP has a better chance there. And once BJP gets into that, maybe there'll be a cascading effect in Andhra as well, in some areas that are neighboring. So let's see. It's certainly an interesting time.
Yeah. So Adit, I know you have to go. So to Nikal, I'll just answer the rest of the
Yes.
comments and everything.
Lovely
And once
joining you
again,
guys.
thanks.
We'll be back in a couple of weeks, I think, doing some cricket stuff.
Yeah,
So
we have to do the cricket stuff. So yeah, Adit will be
yes.
back. So take
All
care,
right.
buddy.
Thank you
Thank you
guys.
very much.
Bye.
All right. All right. I'm going to take the rest of them. Okay. RSS has supported gay marriage in the past. I don't know if they have supported gay marriage in the past. I think what RSS supported was decriminalization of homosexuality per se. On gay marriage, I think they said that they believe it's a psychological disorder or something of that sort, what was said on homosexuality. And they have no clear, definitive view. But yeah, it's far better than the other side's view. Not that I completely agree with the RSS view on that, but it is what it is. Somebody has said we endured month-long struggle deciding between BJP INC without clear ideology. Credit aside, optimism for change has waned. As a taxpayer, no conservatism for me. Now I understand where you're coming from. If you are a conservative person, that means fiscally conservative. You're not going to have any hope in India for the next 20 years. After that, yeah, you might see some fiscal conservatism. In fact, I predict a break of BJP after 20 years on these very lines. I don't know if it's a so somebody said this stream has more views than the news laundry stream. Well, I don't know about that, so I can't say. um Somebody has said thumbs up ke sath thodi whiskey mila do. Well, thank you very much. Um, and thank you, Pikachu Man, for congratulating me. Thank you, Dev Jyoti Patnaik. Thank you, Karthik Shetty. Hallelujah. Okay, hallelujah to you. Hey, thank you, Harshit. I remember you, Harshit. I remember the car ride in New York City that you gave me. I really appreciate it. Bichara, Harshit, for the record, went out of the way to drop me to this location where I was supposed to meet someone else. So, Harshit, I really appreciate everything you guys do, and for all the support that you guys have constantly given to the Cārvāka podcast. I know, my views are kind of all over the place, and some people find it very hard. But listen, when I designed this podcast, right, I designed it for only one and one purpose, that is heterodoxy. It doesn't matter what my personal views are. I try my best. I truly say this. I try my best to accommodate as many views as possible. I have a few red lines, like genocidal takes on any community. That is something that I cannot stand up for. I my rule is very simple. If the evidence changes, I will change my mind. That's all I do. I follow the data, I follow the numbers as much as I can. I experiment with subjects. I try to give you guys a variety of subjects, whether it's on religion, whether it's on science, whether it's on philosophy, whether it's on politics. I try to give you that nuanced take that maybe a lot of people don't give. Look, I could milk this YouTube platform by adding negativity on my platform. I try my best not to swear also on the podcast. Today I did because I was really angry at the level of bigotry against, random people in Gujarat, random people in UP, random people in Bihar, random people in Madhya Pradesh. Just because they vote for the BJP, you just go ahead and dehumanize them and, reject these people. It's ridiculous to reduce everything to this. And then for the left to claim the high ground when it comes to bigotry, it's just ridiculous. I don't believe in that. I go after people who peddle anti-Muslim bigotry too. So I will definitely go after people who peddle bigotry against Gujaratis or people from the cow belt. I'm going to stand up for people when there is bigotry peddled against them. So you can't come and tell me I do these things. I literally built this platform so that we can have real discussions. You don't have to agree with me. I never expect any of you to agree with me. But what I expect is you guys trust one thing, that I don't come with malintent. I come with challenging you. The only sole purpose is I want to challenge all of you intellectually. And I'm truly grateful for everybody to support this podcast. Listen, for someone like me who does not do clickbait, does not follow the trend line, does not follow whatever is being discussed, and just does what is supposed to be done, I can assure you it's hard. It's a lot of monetary loss, refusing advertisements over here, not taking any kind of offers, not taking offers from political outfits at times. I don't. The reason I don't is because I truly believe in the. Listen, if I wanted to make shitloads of money, I would have gone on and done my textile business. I can never make that kind of money doing this rubbish. But I did this is because I truly believe in the purpose. I truly believe in the idea of this podcast. I don't do anything for that reason. But hey, once again, I'll leave you guys over there. There are a couple of questions. Any chance of a Mumbai meet? Yeah, it's very hard for me to organize these things. Like I said, if somebody wants to organize a meetup, it has to be a formal event where there has to be a place that is hired by someone. Then they have to call those people, and then I can turn up in Mumbai. For me to do these things and organize these things is next to impossible. Recently, somebody says, I heard a BLM founder supporting Orange Man. I'm assuming it's Trump. I don't know. So I can't comment. But we'll wrap today's podcast up on this this note. Once again, this podcast is alive because of one and one only reason: members. So if you can, go and join the membership program of this podcast. You could be on Patreon, you could be on YouTube, you could be on Fanmo. Go become a member. There are 2 tiers. You can join a Seekers tier. Remember, it's barely $70 a month. That's nothing. Just go and join that. You get extra content also. If you want to buy merchandise, go to kushalmehra.com. Go and buy the merchandise over there. That's for Indians. Unfortunately, I mean, international shipping ka issue hai. If you want to send your donations to UPI, you can send them to kushalmehra at ICICI. If you can't do any of that and you're an audio listener, यार कम से कम जाके वहां रेटिंग दे दो जहां पे भी तुम्हारा प्लेटफॉर्म होगा. और YouTube में देख रहे हो, Facebook में लाइक कर देना. YouTube में, if you guys are watching this on YouTube, then like this video, subscribe to the channel. That's a great help. And leave your comments in the comment section. I once again want to thank all of you. It's wonderful that I could, hit the 100K mark along with everyone on the live stream, especially a lot of the members, especially them. So I want to thank all of you from the bottom of my heart once again. I'll see you guys next time. Until then, namaste. Take care. Bye-bye.